Keep America Great rally. We are Right Side Broadcasting Network, and today we are live in Rio Rancho, New Mexico, at the Santa Ana Star Center, where President Trump is scheduled to begin his speech at 7 p.m. Please keep in mind that this is Mountain Time, but we are very excited to start today with just these lines, these crowds outside. It's absolutely insane. We are in the middle of a desert. It is an absolutely beautiful day, and for the next 2 hours plus, we are going to be interviewing the lines, showing you these crowds, saying thank you to a couple of our partners, and just really showing you guys what these Patriots are all about. So my name is WIllis. Once again, we want to say thank you to Diamond and Silk for allowing us to partner with them and to broadcast our stream on their channel today. Thank you to everyone who's tuned in, and we're really excited to get this thing going. I am joined here today by Max Kleiber and Rachel Carroll. Now, before we begin with the interviews, we want to take a quick moment to show you some really cool coins. So Max and Rachel are going to hold those up for you guys, and we're going to zoom in on those. These are by Disney coins. These are made in America by machines made in America and by people who deeply love America. These coins are made with genuine silver and copper, so they hold the value and are a unique and worthwhile investment. They come in various designs, and these designs they're holding are current ones. There are 2 or more designs every single month. These are the new ones. There's the deplorable coin, the Trump and the White House coin. There's also Drain the Swamp, and there are new designs with 4-ounce silver bars coming soon. We at Right Side will be collecting these coins, and we're going to collect these all along till 2020. Disney Coins does give back 10% of all proceeds to different conservative outlets. So if you not only want to get an item that you can get for Christmas, you can hold on to yourself, something that's really going to hold its value, then go ahead and look at Disney Coins. They're also, not just are they giving you a great product, but they're going to be giving back 10% of all profits to conservative networks or companies, any type of corporation that holds your values and conservative values near and dear to their heart. Companies like Right Side Broadcasting Network. So please take a look at their website. That's dismeycoins.com. That's D-I-S-M-E, not Disney. dismeycoins.com. Take a look at those. Let us know which ones that you are interested in, and if you have purchased them, please make sure to continue tagging us on Instagram and on Twitter so that we can feature the coins that you've got. Our Patriots have absolutely loved them so far, and we're excited to see and watch y'all collect them as we collect each and every one leading up to the 2020 presidential election. Max, how's it going today?
It's great. We are here in New Mexico, which is the first time I've been here actually in any real part of the state. I love the desert. It's been beautiful out here. Beautiful day as well. We were expecting it to be a lot hotter than it is, but it's actually pretty comfortable. And for a state that leans pretty Democrat, there are a lot of people here, and it seems like the traffic is starting to reach the actual populated areas, the suburban areas outside of Albuquerque right now. There's a quick pan. The tent right there blocked a good bit of the line, which is zigzagging. But Liz, you mentioned this on our way over to the spot we're standing in now. I don't think we've ever seen a line as long as we saw for the ADA section. What did you think about that?
It was absolutely unreal. That line is as big for the ADAs, which is the Americans with Disabilities. That line was as big as some of the rallies, like General Assembly lines that I've seen before. So I'm not sure about this area in particular and the demographics or why that is, but it's definitely something to note for this area in particular. The lines, and the general lines themselves are also very long. We're going to start walking those in just a second. We're going to show you guys those, but as of right now, it is definitely a much larger turnout than I expected. And it's almost like every single rally, I have to just bite my tongue or put my foot in my mouth, because last night we were here, there were about 6 people, and we were 100% in the middle of a desert. We're going to show you guys a little bit more around us. You can't tell because it looks like a very populated city at the moment. We're in the middle of a desert. There was absolutely nobody here. So to wake up and come back 12 hours later and just to be in the middle of thousands of people with red hats, red clothing, and just all the USA gear you could possibly imagine, it definitely shows the level of support that is out here in New Mexico for President Trump. For a state that is so blue, this is shocking to me, and this is why Right Side Broadcasting Network is here. It's because I think that if you didn't see it firsthand on live TV, you wouldn't really believe it. Now, Rachel, this is your first rally ever, so we're so excited to have you. What are your thoughts so far?
Thank you. Well, I'm really excited to be here. This is my first Trump rally that I've gone to, and it is looking awesome so far. There are, like you mentioned, so many people lined up, and we were here earlier in the day to set up about 8 a.m., and the lines were already so long then, so people have been lined up since really early this morning. A few even started last night, like Liz mentioned, and the energy is great. When I've talked to friends that have gone to rallies before, they always talk about how amazing the energy is, and I can really sense that already, just being outside, seeing how many wonderful people are here, and so excited to see the president speak. So I'm really excited to be here today and to talk to all the wonderful people here, and can't wait to see the president.
Thank you, Rachel. Before we get started showing these lines, I just want to let you know Right Side Broadcast Network is almost completely viewer funded. We do have great partners that we take a lot of pride in showcasing their items and their services and their products. However, like I said, we're mostly viewer funded, so if you'd like to contribute to Right Side Broadcast Network, we would really appreciate it, especially during this rally. We will not be able to be broadcasting live on our own YouTube channel. However, we are so thankful for Diamond and Silk, their partnership, and allowing us to be able to broadcast live on their platforms today. So thank you so much. To make up for the fact that we will not be getting those super chat donations, please go to our website, www.rsbnetwork.com/donate. That will take you to our website and the exact PayPal link. Tried, true, and a trusted source. We accept debit cards and credit cards. We actually get to keep 90% or more of those proceeds and those donations go directly to us as a network. What you donate allows us to travel to the next rally, to feed our employees, to pay our employees, and to get technology and equipment that allows us to get these streams out to the American people. We had over 300 million views in 2016, and we are 100% confident that because of Right Side Broadcasting, we were able to help President Trump get elected in 2016. 300 million is nothing compared to what we're aiming for 2020, and we know for a fact that we're going to be able to help President Trump again because of your support and from viewers and donors like you. So thank you so much for watching, for donating. Please consider contributing today. And with that being said, let's get started. Let's share these crowds because I'm excited to see them myself. So whichever is the best way. We're just going to start walking now. As you know, we are very cautious as a network to be very mindful of YouTube's copyright claims. As of right now, there's no music being played, but the Megatron is showing right now. There's just speeches going over that, so it's nothing we have to worry about, but we do have to stay a little bit distant, keep our distance from that. Right now, it's actually just Laura talking on the Megatron. It's pre-recorded, but we're so excited to be here today. There are multiple different lines. Like we mentioned earlier, there is the ADA line, and right now this is actually the general line. There's food stands where people were able to pay and request allocated spots. There are tents that are selling the Trump gear. The official Trump pins campaign merchandise is on our right, so you can purchase different hats. They're selling a black Trump pins shirt, which looks like a new design. We also have Latinos for Trump out here. We're seeing some of them with their t-shirts taking pictures. It's truly one of the most diverse groups of people I've seen so far. 100%. I'm still looking now. This is actually our first time walking through this line. A lot of people are out here in lime green t-shirts registering to vote. Lots of great patriots. Hello. Smiling faces. And it looks like there's really good food out here being served in New Mexico. We've got all different type of flags, a lot of the Don't Tread on Me flags, and a lot of chairs out here. So it looks like New Mexicans just really know how to tailgate in a sense.
Yeah, thanks, Liz. You brought up a great point there. There are a lot of people who seem to be comfortable right now. They know that they're going to have to wait things out in the heat. They know that they're going to have to stand in a long line as we kind of cut through a large majority of the snake. That is what we refer to it as, where the caution tape and the barricades wrap back and forth. And now we're at the point where things tend to straighten out and look like it goes around the corner. Rachel, I know that you've never been to one of these before, so as somebody who's never been to these before, how does this contrast with what you've heard about the lines and the turnout hours before President Trump is supposed to speak?
It's definitely a lot different than what you hear on the mainstream media. It's really incredible to see the amount of people out here, and it's something that you don't hear a lot. through the news, you'll hear that there wasn't a lot of people, and that's why we here at Right Side Broadcasting, that's why we're here and we're able to show you the full lines and able to give you accurate rally coverage. It's awesome. We see a lot of MAGA hats out here, a lot of Keep America Great hats, and it's really honestly incredible just how many people there are and how long these lines are. You know, it's pretty hot out here, and people are willing to give up their day and wait in line to hear the president and help him get reelected in 2020. So it's really great to see. We have people over here set up in their tents. They're getting comfortable. They have to wait. It's about 1 o'clock here, and the president is scheduled to come speak at 7. So about 6 hours away from hearing the president speak. So yeah, it's really great. So we go over here. A lot of people are watching the Jumbotron that is set up, waiting in their tents, in their chairs.
All right. Thank you, Rachel. Great job. We actually have a quick shout out. So someone was just seen in the line. She got a text from her sister who said, "I see you." So I'm going to give her the opportunity to say hey to her sister. So if you know who you are, stand by. We're about to walk back over. And this is one of the most fun and exciting things is when we get viewers who are watching from back home and they recognize somebody. So I want to take this opportunity to allow you to say hi, introduce yourself, and make sure it was your sister, correct?
My sister-in-law.
Sister-in-law.
Hi, Barb. Hi, Fred. How you doing?
Awesome.
My name is Linda, and this is my husband, George. He's a Vietnam vet.
Thank you so much for your service.
Thank you.
So what brought y'all out here today?
Well, Trump, of course. What else?
Has President Trump done anything since taking office that makes you, as a veteran, stand up and support him proudly?
He's done a lot for veterans, and when we came back from Vietnam, we were kind of like swept under the rug, and all the Vietnam vets are really happy that, you know, these guys are getting the help they need. VA kind of falls short once in a while, but for the most part, they're doing a good job in helping the vets, and that's all we want, you know.
Excellent.
And Trump's doing a good job as far as I'm concerned. He's surrounded by the enemy, and he's trying to fight them off all the time, so we pray that he has the strength to keep going.
And are y'all from New Mexico?
Originally from New Jersey, but we've been in New Mexico now for 12 years.
So something that's shocked us so far, not being from New Mexico, we know that this is a blue state. However, this crowd, well, it was a blue state in 2016. I'll say that.
Pretty much is.
This crowd is huge, and this is just the beginning. There are still thousands of people stuck in traffic trying to get in. We are so early compared to when President Trump is scheduled to speak. So what does that say about New Mexico and the change that could possibly be happening under the Trump administration?
Well, we hope that's what's happening. And I think people see what's going on with the country, and there is a lot of immigrants here, and this state is really sensitive to that issue. And I think we're on the right track. I wish the Congress and the Senate would sort of get their act together and try to work this stuff out, because it really can be worked out. And Trump wants to do it. I mean, that's the whole thing. He wants to do a lot of things, and he's being held up. And I don't know. We just hope that he has the strength to continue on.
For me, I think it's the economy. The economy is fantastic. As a retired person on Social Security and my 401k benefits, I'm doing fantastic, you know, with all the tax cuts and the increases. So, yeah, I'm happy about the economy.
I read about 36,000 jobs have been placed in New Mexico, new jobs under the Trump administration. Have y'all been able to see that firsthand yet? Besides your own 401k, and your Social Security benefits, have you been able to see the economy increase?
Yes, I have. This year I have an extra $285 disposable income because of the economy. So I'm a happy person.
And overall, how would you say New Mexico is going to go for 2020?
We're hoping.
I know we're hopeful, but what do you really think?
I think a lot of the citizens here see what's going on, and I think they're tired of what's going on, and I'm hoping there's a big surprise in New Mexico. I really am.
The silent majority is a whole lot bigger than people think.
Amen. It was in 2016, so we're hopeful for New Mexico for 2020. Thank you guys so much.
All right, thank you so much.
It's always a pleasure.
And you guys keep up the good job. You're a really great news source. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you so much. We appreciate that. We're going to keep walking, and it looks like Rachel might have an interview, so we're going to walk down to Rachel and let her do her first rally interview. So very excited for her. Handing it over.
Hello. Okay, so we have an awesome, great interview over here. So tell me your name and where you're from.
I'm Joey Tiano. I'm from Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Awesome. So how long have you been here waiting?
I've been here since 6 o'clock this morning. I knew it was going to be an attractive place to come today, so I wanted to be guaranteed that I was going to get in and be able to see President Trump.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell me a little bit about why you support the president, why you're out here, what you're hoping him to speak today.
Well, first of all, I'm running for state senate out of District 39 in out of Santa Fe and 5 other counties, and he runs right in line with my values. I'm a retired police officer. He believes in law enforcement and protecting. He's really building up our military and supporting our law enforcement. And we really need that, and we need the respect from our citizens to respect our law enforcement these days, because nowadays they're out there gunning for them, and we need that to end. We need that to end. What got me to run for office was the New York-style infanticide laws that they're trying to run through in Santa Fe, and I know President Trump and his family are against all of those type things. So we run hand in hand, and our values are about the same there.
Yeah, that's great. So typically New Mexico has been a Democratic state. What do you think the chances are that Trump can flip it in 2020?
Well, I graduated from Santa Fe High in 1980. Jeff Apodaca, he's a good friend of mine. He ran against Governor Grisham in the Democrat Party. He lost to her. And we were talking about a couple months ago, and he says he's really upset that the leftists are pushing the Democrats, the good JFK American Democrats, out of their own party. See, the people in office right now should have run on their own platform, which is either socialist or the Communist Party line. But they came in and hijacked their party, and lots of Democrats are now doing the hashtag walk away thing.
Yeah, for sure. It's great to see. Just the Democratic Party definitely has become more radical in this last year or two, so it's kind of scary to see, but we hope that Trump can do his best to flip New Mexico.
Well, that's for sure. That's for sure. He's definitely gonna put some money into this and put some energy and excitement into our state. There's lots of Hispanics and other Democrats that see our country going in the wrong direction. With the largest tax increase and spending increase in the history of the state of New Mexico, and they went through $1.3 billion in 30 days, and they want to tax us and spend more. I mean, something's got to end there. So.
Yes. Is there anything else you would like to say about you running for state senate?
My platform, my website's Joey Tiano, JOEYTIANO 2020.com. It takes money to run these elections, these campaigns. Help me buy a sign. Even if it's $5. President Trump's making lots of money, bringing in lots of money by people who cannot afford $50, $25, but people who are giving him $10, $5 at a time. So, but I really appreciate people praying for me, because I've laid this at Jesus' feet and say, hey, Jesus, if you want me to win, it's gonna take you for me as a conservative constitutionalist to win this position. So.
Absolutely. Well, there you have it. That was Joey Tiano running for state senate in New Mexico 2020, and thank you for speaking to us.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Well, enjoy the rally, and thank you. Yeah, just tell the viewers one more time, where can they find you, get your contact information if they want to help out?
If they want to help out, all they got to do is go on to my website, joeytiano2020.com. My email address is joeytiano2020@gmail.com, and go from there.
Awesome. Well, we wish you good luck in this race coming up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And one thing, if somebody I need a treasurer. I've got a campaign manager, events coordinator, and right at this point I need a treasurer. It's a volunteer It's a volunteer position, but if you want to help a Republican get into office at the state level, I'd appreciate the help there. Thank you.
Definitely. Okay, well there you hear it. If you're looking to get involved with a campaign, definitely look him up and help him. So, yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you. Awesome.
Great job, Rachel. We're really excited to have you out here today. Great interview. And right now we're just going to continue walking the lines and showing you guys just how long these are. So, cameraman, wow, looks like it's definitely lining up. This isn't snaking bad. This would definitely be a good time-lapse video to get. Hi, would you like to be interviewed? All right, well, it looks like we got an interview then. Okay, so
is it okay if I hold my banner?
Please hold your banner, absolutely. We're Right Side Broadcasting Network, and we just want to get to know a little bit about you and what brought you out here today. So to start with, what's your name and where are you from?
So my name's Arturo Perez. I'm originally from Juarez, Chihuahua, Mexico. And I live here in New Mexico, and I'm a Trump supporter, and I'm not afraid to say that. And I have family who are standing in line waiting to get their green cards and become citizens, and they're being jumped over by, refugees. It's okay if we're trying to help people, but we need to make sure that everything's done correctly.
So when did you immigrate from Chihuahua, Mexico?
In 1986.
And what was the reason behind that, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, that was my mom bringing me out here for a better life. She was struggling, single mother, and she brought me here and got educated through the United States. And I went back to Mexico and studied back in Mexico for a while, and then came back and got my citizenship here.
And your sign right now, it says legal immigrants for Trump, hashtag Mexican Ospado Trump.
Mexicanos para Trump.
Mexicans for Trump. Got it. Mexicanos para Trump. That took me a moment. I might look Hispanic, but the Spanish just isn't there. And your shirt says Latinos for Trump.
My hat says that.
Your hat says that.
My shirt is a campaign shirt, but the message to the Hispanic community for me is vote with your minds and not your heart, and don't believe the rhetoric that they're trying to tell you about getting everything for free. I've lived here long enough to know that not everything's for free. There's certain things that you get for free, but after you buy a certain amount, then they give you something for free.
So if I were to ask mainstream media, a lot of them would say people like you and a legal immigrant for Trump, they just don't exist. They like to spin the narrative that President Trump is not for immigrants. What do you have to say to people who actually believe that lie?
I'm the unicorn. I'm here. I've been captured. And it's true. Trump, it's not about the person. It's about the policies. And we have to believe in the policies and what's right for people. And this rhetoric about him being a racist and all the white supremacist stuff, I don't believe it. I don't see it. It's not what I'm seeing. And my eyes are open. But most of all, my mind is open.
Which of President Trump's policies stand out to you the furthest that you support? Because you mentioned it's about the policies, not the lies. So what is it about President Trump that makes you so passionate to come out with a hat, a shirt, a sign, a pin, the American flag?
Well, definitely the immigration issue, because I have family who are waiting in line. Definitely the healthcare issue. And you know what? My wallet. I'm getting paid as an immigrant. Coming from Mexico, I've worked very hard and to get where I'm at. And I'm making probably about the most I've ever made, and I'm very proud of this country. I'm proud to be here, and I'm proud to support my servicemen and my president.
Thank you so much. Well, we're so proud to have you here in the United States, and we hope that you love it here today and you have a great rally. What are you most looking forward to seeing today?
The president. I want to see I already see the enthusiasm. I want to see the atmosphere, and I'm caught up in the theater of it. And I want to see the president speak.
Do you think it's possible that New Mexico will go red for 2020?
Anything is possible. A Mexican coming from Mexico and becoming a citizen and voting for Trump. What do you think?
All right. Amen to that. God bless. Have a great day. Loved that interview. Thank you so much. We're going to keep moving on, and we're going to show these crowds a little bit more. So that was a really great interview. Like he said, he's a unicorn out here, and anything is possible. He is a legal immigrant who came from Mexico, and he came and voted for... Hi! Would any of y'all be okay talking on air?
Oh, yeah. Get over here.
All right. I'm gonna make someone do it. So we actually were eating breakfast earlier. We made some friends with veterans who were at the cafe. We got to talk to them just briefly. I told them that if I saw them in person at the rally later, I was gonna come and get them. So looks like you're the lucky one.
All four.
All right.
He's the speaker though.
It'll be fine. Okay. So what are y'all's names and where are you from?
My name is Martin. I'm from Peralta, the other side of Albuquerque, south of Albuquerque.
Very nice.
Roy Varela from Pecos, New Mexico.
And you?
Diego Quintana, Pecos, New Mexico.
Very cool. And have y'all always lived in New Mexico?
Yes.
And your hat, of course, that's what caught my attention earlier. I did stop and thank you for your service. It's a Vietnam veteran hat. Would you mind just telling me and everyone a little bit about the time you spent serving?
Well, I went in back in 67, 68. I was aboard an aircraft carrier. We were in the Tonkin Gulf, north and south. Spent 2 tours there. And military, really, we benefit by being in the military.
Very nice. Do you think that President Trump has stood out with his strength? He's spoken a lot about veterans, the VA, and how he plans to really help you guys when it comes to being able to find a doctor, the lines in the VA. He's kind of finding a way to bypass that. Have you been able to notice any change in the healthcare and the services y'all are able to get in New Mexico?
Well, I personally haven't because I don't use the VA. I try not to be sick, in other words.
I try to.
So health-wise, I'm okay. So I use the VA very little, but I think he has helped us. I don't think, I know he's helped the VA or the military a lot.
So what is it about President Trump? Y'all were out here early. You guys are some of the first in line, even though the line is huge. Believe it or not, it's going to get much bigger. What is it about President Trump that made you want to come out here and stand in line for so many hours?
He stands up for the American people. He stands for us. And he cares about the American people and their policies.
Policies, and he cares for the military. Nobody's done for the military like he has. I'm a Vietnam veteran. I was in Vietnam in 1968. I was with the 4th Infantry, and you're welcome.
I can't imagine.
But I appreciate everything that the VA does for us. I use the VA 100%, and I have no complaints for the VA. As far as I'm concerned, they treat us like we should be treated, so I really appreciate what they do for us.
Do you think it's possible for New Mexico to go red in 2020?
That would be great, but it's hard to tell. There's a lot of liberals here, so I don't know.
Yeah. The news is reporting that this is the largest event that has ever taken place in Rio Rancho, New Mexico. What does it mean to you to have the sitting president of the United States coming here? I mean, it's a very blue state as far as 2016 went, so some could say it's almost a waste of President Trump's time, but for him it's not. It's an uphill battle, and he's willing to fight, and I would assume it would mean a lot to those who live here who might not have been able to see him before, but to you, does it mean anything special to have him come?
Sure, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to see the President of the United States and a president that's actually doing something for the country, Too many years we've had politicians go in there and it's the same old story. Doesn't matter if it's Republican or a Democrat, and people don't understand why he won. He's not a politician. He's a businessman, and he knows what he's doing, whether it's foreign or whatever he's doing for the country, and that's why people love him. It's not about his rhetoric or his tweets or whatever. It's about the policies. It's about the policies.
And you?
Well, I believe in 100% of what he stands for and what he's doing. I mean, and it's an honor, I think, for him to come to New Mexico, a little state. The population ain't that much, but I'm glad to be here, and I hope he wins.
Thank you. And I've left you out a little bit, but I didn't mean to. So what does it mean to you to have this sitting president of the United States come to New Mexico?
This is the first for me, and I'm truly honored and excited to see a U.S. president in person.
Will this be your first time?
First time.
Very
yes.
cool. Well, I hope you guys get a great spot. Do you have something you'd like to say?
Yes, the reason why I'm a Trump supporter, because everybody in the United States have an opportunity to get ahead if they want to work for it. And that's the reason why I'm here.
And where are you from?
I'm from Farmington, New Mexico. I'm a Navajo from the Four Corners there.
Oh, wow, incredible. So what is it about President Trump, besides just him showing that, anybody can do it if you work hard? What is it that made you want to come and stand in line today? Are any of his policies in particular standing out to you?
because I just support him because of that reason. One of the reasons I have a lot of reasons, but I'll be here all day.
Fine, me too. That's the plan. I'll be here all day.
Oh, okay. Another reason why I'm supporting him is because, like I said, a lot of people said that as long as you work for it, work hard, you get rewarded for it. And then a lot of times too, my daughter, she's going to school at University of Utah here, and she's working 2 jobs so she can go to school and get her master's degree in accounting.
Wow.
So anybody who wants to get ahead, they can do it, but they got to work for it. And she knows a lot of friends that go to school. They have 2 or 3 jobs to go to college, probably just like you did. You probably worked too.
I think I had 3 at all times during college.
Yes. So that's why I'm here too, representing my daughter that goes to school here.
Utah State Dad, I love it. You're a great father. And the back says, Navajo Rancher for Trump. That is awesome. It's such a pleasure.
And I work 7 days a week also. And that's why I'm a strong supporter of Trump.
Well, we're so glad to have you here. So thank you for coming out. We appreciate your interview and time. I will oh, sorry, 1 second. We're totally live. We don't edit anything. And normally I have the rest of my team here with me. This is my name. Do you have a Bright Side Broadcasting? This is my card.
Oh, okay.
But we're with Bright Side Broadcast Network. We're live right now. We're actually live on Diamond and Silk's YouTube channel. So they're very good friends with the president, and we're really honored to partner with them. So check us out on YouTube. Search Diamond and Silk, and you'll actually see your interview live.
One other thing too. A lot of times if we get picked for jury duty, we'll either get fined or thrown in jail. And then when these immigrants come across the border, they get rewarded for it. It don't make sense.
We need our own sanctuary cities sometimes, right? Thank you guys so much. Hi, how are y'all?
Fabulous.
Would you be interested in doing a quick interview?
I'd be happy to.
Both of y'all?
Sure.
Okay, awesome. I have 2 beautiful women out here. I'm going to assume they're women for Trump. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, awesome. So what's y'all's names and where are you from?
I'm Giovanna Cardinelli, and this is my daughter, Anna Maria.
Beautiful names. Oh my goodness. Okay, what nationality is those names? It's almost Italian. Giovanna, right?
I'm Sicilian, and Anna Maria is Spanish and Sicilian.
Okay, lucky ladies. What beautiful ethnicities and heritage. So what is it about President Trump that made y'all want to come out here and get in line so early?
Well, we're really very Catholic and pro-life, and this is the most important issue for us. Nothing else matters if you're not alive, and we want to fight human trafficking and support pro-life.
Yeah. You can't trust a candidate to defend any of your other rights if they won't defend your right to be your right to be alive. So that's why we're here.
Very nice.
Yeah,
it's very true.
Yeah.
President Trump and Mike Pence have worked so hard and spoken out so much against Planned Parenthood and for the right to live. Is this y'all's first time being able to see them in person?
Yes, it is, and we're really excited to show our support because we don't think there's a more important issue than that.
Do you think that you are an outlier when it comes to New Mexico in general? Like, do you think New Mexico is going to be able to go red for 2020?
It's a real concern, and so we have to work really hard.
Are there a lot of, I'm not sure with New Mexico, but just off the top of my head, are there Planned Parenthood clinics around nearby? Is this an issue?
It's a horrible issue, and they're targeting Hispanics. I don't know, maybe you want to
No,
talk
that's
about.
just what I was about to say. So I'm Hispanic. I'm half mom, half dad. They're in our most needed communities. They target our poorest populations, and it's terrifying. It's eugenics. Yeah.
They really kind of truly are the real racists, trying to
correct.
kill off entire populations, offering it to the lowest incomes, saying we'll just do what they do, and it's absolutely awful. What type, besides coming out and supporting President Trump today, what else do y'all do to kind of fight this situation?
We're pretty active in talking to the legislature, and we do as much little demonstrations as possible. We gave out little toy dolls with toe tags on them saying "Save me," and different things like that.
Everything that we can do.
We try.
Yeah.
Sign petitions, talk to people, show up.
You two ladies seem very passionate about this topic. Is that just because of your Catholic faith, or has something inspired you out of a life circumstance to stand for this?
Well, we know that it's a very difficult issue, and we know that a lot of the women, and Anna Maria can address it, that the women that are told to this is the option, they are lied to. They're it's just horrible the way that they're given a path to their own detriment, and they don't really understand it. And it's one of the bigger issues that the Catholic Church, I think, really needs to address too, is being more supportive and helping these women in the crisis, and there just isn't another way.
I can address it a little bit from my own life circumstance. One of them certainly is that I'm a Catholic, and that educates me. But even if I weren't, I'm a military veteran. I served in Iraq and Afghanistan, and when I did, I was exposed to some of the real horrors of the exploitation of children and human trafficking. And the more I learned about human trafficking, the more I realized it's not an issue that takes place, overseas. It's as prevalent here as it is there. And one of the real ways that it's fueled and encouraged and protected is through the abortion industry in the U.S. So I mean, we're not just killing children. We're also detrimentally harming the young women. They're really children themselves who are victims of this as well.
A lot of the time, the pimps, if you want to call them that, or wherever they bring in the children for the abortion, and they're 12, 13, 14 teenagers, and their parents are unaware, and they're brought by their solicitor. And it's more horrible than you can really understand unless you probe it.
And that's something that the left would absolutely never even want you to imagine or picture or to hear about. So I really thank you ladies for taking this opportunity to speak with us and to bring it to the attention that it rightfully deserves.
Sure, thank you for what you're doing. And you're gorgeous.
So are y'all. I'd love to be Sicilian and Hispanic. Have a great day, ladies. All right, we're going to toss the mic over to Rachel really quickly. Rachel, how's it going?
It's going great. It's awesome out here to see so many wonderful people lined up. The line just keeps getting longer and longer. So we're going to head over here. Over here, someone wants to be interviewed. So we're going to head over. Hi, how's it going? Good. Okay, so we're going to do an interview over here. Can you tell me your name and where you're from?
My name is Aspen Tremblay, and I'm from Santa Fe.
Nice to meet you. So tell me why you're here today. Why do you support the president?
Oh, I just think that his record high stocks and his record low job unemployment rates, those are just amazing. And I think he's just a great president, so I'm here to support him.
Awesome. And how old are you?
I am 16. Today is actually my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday. Great way to celebrate getting to hear the president speak. How fun. So being young, you hear a lot in the media about how, young voters don't support the president. Do you get any backlash from your friends being a Trump supporter?
Oh yeah, all the time. At school, just in public. I wear this all the time, and people do double takes and stuff, and they're like, wait, do you like Trump? And I'll say, yeah. And they're like, F you, you're a bad person, stuff like that. So, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. I hear the same thing, from people that I know. What do you usually say to those people?
I just say, well, I'll pray for you, but can't help you. Can't change your views.
Yeah, for sure. It's the best thing we can do, and is just try and get the truth out there and try and tell people what the president is doing that is great for our country. But yeah, so I love the American flag around around your bag. What inspired you to wear that?
I just had it hanging in my room, and I was like, hey, why not wear this to the Trump rally? Make a great cape.
Yeah, it really does. It's perfect. Well, thank you so much for speaking to us today. I love your hat. That's awesome. Yeah, and it's great to see young people out here supporting the president. So have fun in the rally, and thank you so much. So that was awesome. He was just 16 years old and a Trump supporter. So I think Trump is doing a great job of really speaking to the younger population. And you hear so much in the news these days about how really no young people support the president. And the younger generation is becoming more and more democratic. So it's really great to see people just, as young as 16, high schoolers that are coming out here and supporting the president. We are real news.
Hey, you guys just got taken off.
Yeah. Would you want to be interviewed? Okay, so we got an interview over here. Okay, so here's the camera. Can you tell me your name and where you're from?
Sean Vargas, and I'm from here in Rio Rancho.
Okay, nice to meet you. So what are you most excited to hear the president speak about today?
How it's going on the border, what are the changes he's going to make for the United States, if he's hopefully going to identify the ID law, so that way IDs for voting. Just a couple other, just to hear him talk. I want to hear what he has to say, what other things are on the board, what the plan is next, where he's going to move. Just like to hear him speak, see what he has to say.
Yeah, for sure. How long have you been waiting out here for?
I think it was about 11 o'clock, I think.
Okay, cool. Have you always been a Trump supporter, or is it something that you kind of started?
Yeah, I have been, because he was the only one talking change. He wasn't spitting the same rhetorical things over and over, and everybody else just, they're following the same agenda. He seems to be plowing the way. A lot of people are following suit in what he's doing. So hopefully it keeps going that way. You know, he stands out, and he stood out since he decided to come down that escalator and say that he's going to run for president, and that nobody's really been able to touch him. The Democrats aren't showing anything. If anybody's even attempted to watch those debates, it's the same thing over and over and over about taking something away and implementing another law or making criminals out of the American public. And that's ridiculous. We're supposed to be, our nation is free, not the people coming in. You know, so they're incriminating us and making the people that are coming over our borders the innocent people. That's wrong.
It is wrong. How do you feel about a lot of the candidates in the Democratic debate talked about how anyone that supports Trump's immigration policy basically supports racism, and how do you feel about them saying that?
They haven't changed their speaking points for the last, if you really paid attention, their speaking points haven't changed in the last 10 or 15 years. All of them are speaking, they're speaking from the cuff because it's something that they know. It's easy for them to project it to their viewers because most of their viewers get a lot of their knowledge just from the same mainstream media that does project fake news. And he doesn't like that they're calling him out, but you know, some of them do deserve to be over here because it is hard in some of these different countries, but he's giving them a path. Come legally, go to your ports of entry, apply for the asylum. Don't come jump the fence. Don't put yourself out there in danger. If you feel you're in that much danger, why are you going to tread across the desert? Why are you going to jump a fence? And I think it was AOC and Kamala Harris that are comparing them to concentration camps or to slave trades. Then this is the only place that in history that a slave trade or a concentration camp where people are coming for hundreds of miles to jump the fence to get in there. So it must be a lot better. There's something that they see that they want, and then you have these politicians, these Democrats, they're out in other countries and they're out there doing their thing, trying to get votes in other countries. You know, that's treason right there. And it's outlined, and these people don't understand that.
Yeah, that's certainly a great point that you made there. It's pretty ridiculous. I don't think anyone would travel hundreds of miles to come to a concentration camp. So
well, that's just my thought process. Yeah. I don't know if anybody's really picked up on it, but if you have, and most of the people here are very intelligent, it kind of bugs me that they say that Trump supporters, you know, the deplorables, they're idiots. Yeah. They don't know what they're talking about. They're not well spoken. They don't know how to carry themselves. I see thousands of people here representing a man who's fighting for them. Why would you just show up for somebody who's not doing something for you? So, I don't know. Like I said, I like to hear him speak. I like what Melania is trying to get going with on her side. They're not just sitting around. They're producing results. And in the very beginning, I remember my wife and I were discussing some stuff, and the subject came up that if he at least does one thing in his whole campaign that he's telling everybody, he's going to be better than the last 20 years worth of presidents. Yeah. While he's coming through on a lot of his promises. He's building the wall. He's trying to make sure that I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
He's getting the wall built, which they're saying he's not. There's already pictures. There's a lot of updates down in El Paso. He's fulfilling what he's telling the people. He's not lying. And some of these Democrats and Republicans alike, they don't like it because there's money to be made. off of me, off of you. So it's easier to kind of dance around the questions, dance around the situation, and make money off of it. Politics, when they designed it, when our Constitution was designed, it was made so that way these politicians were fighting for the country. And I can't remember who said it, but I remember reading it. If a politician is making money off of the public, they're not a public servant. So it should be the politicians who are actually going broke, not the people. So how are these people that are getting paid $160,000, $170,000 a year in office for 6 years, and they're becoming millionaires? Being a politician wasn't meant as a career choice. That's why I've heard him talk about term limits, and a lot of people talk about term limits for Congress, for the House. Same as like how a governor has, the president has term limits. They need to introduce term limits into all of our political stances so that way we have fresh bodies, fresh faces, fresh ideas, fresh thinking all around. If they do that, our country is going to stand more of a chance. But right now this guy is creating the platform. President Trump is creating a platform, plowing the way for people to follow. And if people actually take half a minute to even investigate on it and stop watching all the mainstream media, something might happen.
Definitely. I think one of my favorite things about President Trump is that he's not a career politician. He's a businessman, and he really knows what he's doing. He's out there to support the people and help the people.
You know, that's a good point that I've had discussions with people. You know, I've heard people say, you know, his dad left him a lot of money. At 24 years old, or whenever he received it, if it was me and somebody gave me $30 million, I would have blown it. I'm not going to lie. I was a kid. He was smart enough to go and invest it, hire people who are smart enough to help him make more money. For him being so stupid, I've never met a stupid billionaire, and that's just one of the most ridiculous statements I've ever heard in my life. Billionaires don't become billionaires because they're dumb. They hire people who actually know what they're doing to make these decisions for them. And so, yeah, he was a businessman, and that's what the United States needed, was somebody who knew about business, somebody who was able to run the United States like a business. We have our oil, we have our water, we have our military, we have all these different assets in the United States. And he's treating it as such, but he's taking care of the people in the process, giving back. That's where the Republicans and Democrats alike, mostly the Democrats, are getting a little upset. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for speaking with us today. Here we're going to give you a Disney coin, one of our wonderful sponsors. They make different coins there. So yeah, thank you so much. It was great. Have a good time in the rally. So yeah, thank you. I'm Rachel.
Rachel, very nice to meet you.
Yeah, thank you. So that was a great interview. I'm going to hand the camera over to Liz. She's going to do.
Thank you so much, Rachel. So once again, I'm Liz WIllis, and I've got Nicole here with me today. She is quite popular amongst the crowds here. I had to grab her because everyone was trying to take pictures. Nicole, do you mind just introducing yourself, where you're from, and what inspired you to come out here today?
I'm Nicole Rogers from Roswell, New Mexico. Basically, I just am tired of just because you're gay, you have to be one way. I'm a lifelong conservative. I'm a Trump supporter. That's all that I'm about.
And your shirt sign today says, "I might be gay, but I'm not stupid," and in MAG in the corner. Of course, we love the sign. You're obviously not stupid. You're out here today fighting for all of your rights. What is it about President Trump that makes you so passionate?
Well, being from a border state, I see what he's doing with the illegals. I see what we're going through being from Roswell. Not only that, he's America first, and if we don't have that, then we don't have anything. So,
what you said, being from Roswell, what are y'all going through in Roswell? For those who, a lot of our viewers are not from New Mexico, they're from all over the world and the United States. What's it like living in Roswell, New Mexico?
Well, I love Roswell, New Mexico. We just have a lot of cartel members. We have a lot of illegals running, human trafficking, sex trafficking, and it's just really dangerous right now out there in that part of the world.
So you'd safely say that the image the left is, would you say that the image the left is painting of those in cages and those not allowed to come to the United States, they like to think that it's just children or innocent women. Do you think that's true?
No, I work in a detention center, and we've got, of our population, we have 9 illegal immigrants that are in there for rape alone. So it's a very real problem. It's very dangerous.
And what happens to those aliens who are convicted of rape?
Well, they'll do either their time here or they get deported back.
And they just get to go back?
They just get to go back. They'll be back in 6 months. That's why I'm pro-Trump.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
How have you been received today by the crowds? A lot of the narrative is that President Trump and his supporters are anti-LGBTQ. It looks like people have enjoyed you today. That's what got my attention. They were smiling, asking for photos with you, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's how it's been for you. So how would you describe your interaction with the crowds here today?
Well, this is a conservative rally. We're all Americans, and that's what I love about being a conservative. Is it's America first. I have not experienced 1 ounce of hate from anybody. It's all support. It's all love, and that's what it's all about.
Very cool. And my last question for you is, what's your T-shirt?
My T-shirt.
It's a skull with President Trump's infamous toupee.
It's the Punisher, and it's Trump's hair on it. It's Trump Punisher.
Okay, very cool. Thank you so much,
Thank
Nicole. You are literally, you've just been smiling ever since I've seen you, so we absolutely love it. We want to give you this. It's a Trump Pence copper coin. It is from Disney Coin Company, and for anyone watching, you can use code RALLY1 at checkout to receive a discount when you purchase your coins. So thank you so much, Nicole. Enjoy that, and have so much fun today. Thank you for coming out. We're going to keep moving on, and what a great interview. Like I said, this is a very diverse rally. We've spoken with Nicole, who of course is, her sign says, "I'm gay, but I'm not stupid." We had the legal immigrant who came over from Chihuahua, Mexico. We've had those running for Senate. We've just had so many people out here today. It's really quite a diverse group of people, so I've been excited to see New Mexico so far, and just to see all the people that are coming out to support President Trump. So, would you be okay doing an interview? Okay, cool. We're going to do this one right now. So my name's Liz. What's your name and where are you from?
Gary Winthorpe, and I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Very cool. So not far from here at all. So I did overhear you mention that you watch Right Side Broadcasting.
I do, yes.
Do you mind me asking how old you are?
I'm 17.
17, so you can't even vote yet.
We'll be for Trump, though. We'll be for Trump.
So you'll be voting in 2020. He's
Yes, ma'am.
sure it's going to be for Trump. What is it that's got you so involved in politics before you can even vote?
Honestly, I was on the news once before in a MAGA hat just because, I don't know if you were familiar with the, Stand for the Second walkouts that happened. Well, I actually headed that up in my school, so I'm really big into, guns and stuff.
Unreal.
Have
you always been big in guns? I mean, New Mexico, it's a pretty big hunting state.
I've honestly always just been a Republican, you dig? I went to the first Trump rally with my dad, so, he kind of got me into that, and, I'm just honestly, full-born Republican, abortions are whack, you dig? And then guns, I heavily fuck with guns, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, no cussing,
My bad. It just kind of came out.
Well, I dig. Okay, so besides the Second Amendment, abortions being whack, and you just digging President Trump, what else has inspired you to come out here today?
Honestly, just all the boys and I, we really kind of came up liking Trump because that's when we, kind of really got involved with politics and understood what was going on in the world. And President Trump, honestly, he's just been the OG. He's just been all with us all the time and all that.
Yeah. President Trump's definitely the original gangster.
Yeah.
Would you say that being a Trump supporter has helped your swag overall?
Honestly, no. Sometimes I get hate at school for it, but at the end of the day, I'm just kind of he's the president. Who are you to me? I'm just gonna go chill with my boys.
It's for the boys.
Yeah, honestly, but Trump, that's kind of who the friend group is,
Yeah. So, Mondays are for the boys today?
Yeah, it's usually Saturdays, but Trump came on a Monday, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right.
Heavy drip. All right, thanks so much. We actually want to give you this. We think it'll help you increase your swag just a little bit. Not that you need it,
awesome.
but it's 100% copper coin. It says Trump Pence on it. So,
dude, literally, I've been liking Trump. See, this is a 16. This is a 2016.
So you're the OG.
I really my goal in life someday is to meet Donald Trump. Trump, if you're watching this, dog, meet me.
Mondays are for the boys. You heard it here first. All right, appreciate it, man.
All right, awesome meeting you.
Yeah, word. All right, we're just gonna keep.
Hi. Okay, so look at this line. It just keeps growing and growing. It is awesome. We're actually going to head over here to do an interview over here. Hi. So can you tell me your name and where you're from?
Grace Gutierrez from Rio Rancho.
Okay, awesome. So right in the area. That's great. So you really caught my eye with your shirt. It says Women for Trump. How do you feel about a lot of people in the media saying that you can't be a woman and a Trump supporter?
I think it's ridiculous. I'm a Hispanic female who supports Donald Trump. female have more rights in America today than they did before. So to me, it's just ridiculous. I can support Donald Trump and be a female and have all the rights as anybody else. Females tend to have more rights right now anyhow. It seems that way with them pushing abortion. So
Yeah, I completely agree. It goes directly against the feminist movement to say that you can't support who you want to support. So do you get any backlash from anyone you know or any of your friends for being a Trump supporter and a woman?
a lot of my family and friends, but I'm here to support the president. I'm a registered Democrat who supports our president. So this right here is my boyfriend.
Hi, what's your name and where are you from?
My name is Anthony Macias. We're both from a little town called Tucumcari, New Mexico.
Awesome. Well, thank you for your service.
Yes, you're welcome.
I didn't want to keep the line going, sorry.
Yeah, no, we can head up. What are you both most excited to hear the president speak about today?
Just his immigration policy. You know, I've been a big fan of it from the beginning when they were saying build the wall. You know, I've been all over the world, and countries all over the world have walls, and no one else gives everybody rights and benefits when they come over the wall. They get shot in most other countries or put in prison. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, absolutely. And what about you?
Same thing. We live in New Mexico. We're close to the border, so we see a lot of immigrants coming in to New Mexico. I work in healthcare, so I see it where a lot of they're getting free healthcare. We pay for ours. We can't just be giving everything for free. So work for it, do it the right way. That's the way that I feel. So
yeah. So how do you feel about all of the Democratic candidates basically saying that their healthcare plans should be extended to illegal immigrants?
It's hilarious. It doesn't make any sense.
It's purely pandering. That's all it is. I mean, everything out of their mouth is free, free, free. It's pandering at its finest.
Who's going to pay for it? Who's going to pay for
it? The taxpayers.
Right. Who's going to
We are.
We are. Yeah. So nothing's free. Work for it. Do it the right way. That's what.
If you want free college, go to the military.
Yes, both of my parents went into the military to pay for their medical school. It's a smart move.
That's how I did it.
Yeah. So yeah, we appreciate your service. Yeah, thank you for speaking to us today. So it's great. Yeah, great to nice to meet you. No, you're good. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Rachel. Just want to take this opportunity to say thank you to everyone for tuning in today. As y'all know, things have been a little bit different with our broadcasting and what platforms we're able to stream on today, but thank you for tuning in to us, Right Side Broadcast Network, whether it's our YouTube, our Periscope, our Twitter, our website, that's www.rsbnetwork.com, or Diamond and Silk's YouTube page. We really want to say thank you to those incredible ladies for working with us and letting us use their platform, as always, to just stream and get out the message of the President of the United States of America. We're excited to be here today in Rio Rancho, New Mexico, and we are not alone. There are already lines that are just in the thousands. It's barely 2 p.m. right now. President Trump is scheduled to speak at 7 p.m., and that is Mountain Time, so we are still about 5 hours early. These lines are 5 hours early. It's absolutely incredible. It's a very diverse group of people, and we've already shown you, we've talked about the ADA lines, we showed you the legal immigrants for Trump, the LGBTQ community that's been here today. So overall, it's been an incredible rally, a huge success, I would say, for President Trump so far. He is going to be thrilled. We know that he loves a big crowd, and he's definitely not going to be disappointed by the turnout here today in Rio Rancho, New Mexico. If you've enjoyed what you've seen so far, please keep in mind that Right Side Broadcast Network is almost completely viewer funded. So if you'd like to donate, please go to www.rsbnetwork.com/donate. That will take you to our website where you can donate using a credit card or a debit card. We get to keep upwards of 95% of all proceeds. It's a great way to contribute to us because those funds go directly toward our success, our ability to go to rallies, to be able to send our crew out, to get our technology out there. It's expensive, but we absolutely love doing it. It's something we're all passionate about. We put blood, sweat, and tears into this company. company. For those of you who know what we've been struggling with this week, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go check it out on Twitter. You'll see articles about it. It's a big problem, but we're fighting through it, and we're not going to give up when something like this happens. Right Side Broadcasting is dedicated to working all the way through the 2020 presidential election. We had over 300 million views for 2016, and we know for a fact that Right Side Broadcasting helped President Trump get elected in 2016. We know that we can do it for 2020, and we need our donors and our viewers to help support RSBN, because the left, the mainstream media, big tech, they are fighting with us every single day. It's an uphill battle for us. It's an uphill battle for President Trump, and he's got to have his warriors in place ready to fight. So thank you for tuning in. Please consider donating. Again, you can go to rsbnetwork.com/donate, or if you're old-fashioned, you don't want your info online, that's totally cool. We get it. You can send a check the old-fashioned way to 1550 Opelika Road, Suite 6, Box 344, Auburn, Alabama 36830. We absolutely love, of course, getting the checks, but more importantly, the notes that go into that. We all read them. There's nothing better than mail day when we get to sit around and open the checks, read notes from our viewers, constructive criticism, or praise. Sometimes, gotta love it. But thank you so much for just interacting with us. We appreciate it. We also do want to remind you guys that the link is dismecoins.com. That's DISME, not Disney, DISME. So go to dismecoins.com, check out everything they have to offer. Those are 100% metals, whether it's the copper or the silver MAGA coins. You can also get keychains, gold bars coming soon, or silver bars coming soon. So many cool things. Disney Coins gives 10% of all profits back to conservative organizations, so they are really pushing pro-Second Amendment, pro-traditional family values, just lots of really good conservative and values that we support, that we think you'd support too. So they work hard to help the American people, just like President Trump is doing. Don't forget to check out also, we have Covfefe coffee. So if you're interested in coffee and you want some real good coffee, go to doyoukofefe.com. That's COVFEFE. If you don't know what I'm hinting at, it's President Trump's infamous typo, where we think he was probably trying to say coverage, however, it came off Covfefe. So check out the Covfefe. There's 3 incredible blends. The one we had last night was the red pill. I believe that was the light roast. So it's really delicious. Put it in a cup that says like drinking liberal tears, and you will have the left shaking in their seats. Those snowflakes will be melting. If you're interested in that, go to doyoukofefe.com. I'm going to hand the microphone over to Max, and let's see. Okay, we're going to hand the microphone over to Rachel, who's got an interview.
Hi, thanks, Liz. So we're going to head over here, do an interview. Right here. Hi. Hi, so can you tell me your name and where you're from?
My name is Gretchen. I'm from Albuquerque.
Okay.
I'm David Sanchez from Rio Rancho.
Awesome. How long have you guys been here today?
I think we got here around
3 hours?
Yeah, we've been here about 3 hours.
Okay, is this your first Trump rally?
It is.
Yes.
Okay, very exciting. It's actually my first one too, so really excited. What are you most looking forward to hearing the president speak about today?
I think mostly just the core values that he stands for, that our country was founded on, that he really believes in.
You know, the thing that stands out for me is what I want Democrats to realize, that these people here are peaceful. You know, we're God loving. You know, we love our country. There's no you know, riots or anything here. A lot of people were you know, content and, you know, getting the word out that, oh, these Trump supporters, all they do is bring hate and violence, and it's nothing like that. You know, that's what I want to represent.
Yeah, absolutely. I see your shirt. It says God, guns, Trump, keep America great. So how do you feel about a lot of the Democratic candidates are advocating for more gun control? I know Beto O'Rourke in the last Democratic debate said he's going to take away some of our guns. How do you feel about that?
You know what? That's the worst thing. You know, that's our Second Amendment. And when people, you know, if we get our guns taken away, you know, all our rights are going to get taken away. That's what they want. You know, they don't understand that. You know, AR-15 and assault rifle. There's no such thing as an assault rifle. You know, they don't even know. They're not educated on what assault rifles are. You know, you have, you know, a handgun is equivalent to an AR. You know, as an AR just carries more capacity. But you know, that's real important. You know, our Second Amendment, and we all need to protect ourselves and our rights.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. We cannot let them take that away from us, so it's incredibly important. Yeah, well, thank you so much for speaking with me today. Have fun in your first rally. Thanks. So I'm going to hand the microphone over.
Thank you, Rachel. So really quickly, we want to say thank you so much for all of our donors. Of course, we're in a tough situation today. Hopefully that will be resolved very soon. But we wanted to say thank you because we are supported by you. We are supported by the donors who watch. So you can do that a couple different ways. Today, unfortunately, you obviously cannot do that through the YouTube Super Chat. However, you can still donate by going to rsbnetwork.com/donate. That's rsbnetwork.com/donate. You can enter in your information there and donate to us. You'll also be a monthly donor on Patreon, which will have different perks based on how much you donate per month. If you don't want to type in your information every time you watch a rally or periodically, they will take care of that for you over at Patreon. You can also mail a check, cash, or just a letter of encouragement to 1550 Opelika Road, Suite 6, Box 344, Auburn, Alabama 36830. That is 1550 Opelika, Opelika Road, Suite 6, Box 344, Auburn, Alabama 36830. Thank you guys so much for those donations. We appreciate it. We love being able to bring you President Trump's rallies live, uninterrupted, and we can only do that due to your donations. Thank you so much to Diamond and Silk for propping us up on their stream again today. We really appreciate our friendship with you guys. Also wanted to say you can share this stream on that. You can also share this stream with your friends. Our stream is also on YouTube, Twitter, and Periscope. So there are a couple different ways instead of just our YouTube page for right now. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to our rally. If you're wondering where we are in Rio Rancho, New Mexico, outside of Albuquerque, in the middle of the desert, in a beautiful state that leans Democrat, but the Trump campaign and Republicans are hoping to change that. And I have an interview right now here with Rachel. So here we go, Rachel.
Okay, so we're going to go find someone that would want to be interviewed. Hi, I'm with Right Side Broadcasting Network. Do you want to be interviewed?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, so can you tell me your name and where you're from?
Ganso Mendez, and I'm from Albuquerque.
Okay, so not too far from here. Is this your first Trump rally?
Third.
Your third. Awesome. Where else have you been?
Just here, a convention center, airport hangar, and here.
Awesome. What are you most excited to hear the president speak about today?
I like to see him and just support him, and that's it.
Yeah, for sure. What's one of the biggest reasons why you're a Trump supporter?
I believe everything he says, and he speaks my language.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's great to hear. So, yeah, thank you. Well, enjoy the rally. Yeah, nice to meet you. Thanks. So as we head along here, we see there's a big variety of flags up here, a lot of different kinds, some Trump 2020, a lot of Don't Tread on Me flags out here. The line is really long. Okay. So I know Max mentioned this before, but New Mexico tends to be a primarily Democratic state. The last several presidential elections, the Democrats have won. The last time that a Republican president won in New Mexico was in 2004 with George W. Bush. And so we are really hoping in 2020 that Trump can flip this red. Hopefully he can. It is primarily that. So in New Mexico, the unemployment rate has 4.9% in June and July. And the recent trends from 2010 to 2018 have led to a decrease in oil drilling in this state, offsetting many profits gained earlier this decade. And so the wage growth in New Mexico is 1.5%, which is lower than the national average. But New Mexico has found immense growth in the healthcare industry, and so this could explain the potential flip. Trump has done a really great job of creating a lot of new jobs in New Mexico. When President Obama was in office in 2016, there was a decrease in jobs of 1,900 jobs, but since President Trump came into office, he has added 34,600 jobs in this state. So it's pretty incredible. So we're going to try and keep adding more and more jobs in New Mexico, and hopefully Trump can flip it red in 2020. So we have a lot of people cheering over here. Hi, we're with Right Side Broadcasting Network. Okay, so we're gonna come over here and speak to these wonderful people in line. We're with Right Side Broadcasting Network. We got some fans over here, which is always great to see. We love to hear the support. Hi, would you guys want to be interviewed? Awesome. So thank you so much. Oh, that's awesome. We appreciate it. We love our viewers, and you guys are the reasons that we're able to come. So thank you so much. Can you tell me your name and where you're from?
Yvonne Sanchez from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Jolene Provencio from Estancia, New Mexico.
Awesome. How long have you guys been here for?
What was the question?
How long have you been waiting in line for?
About 30-40 minutes.
Okay.
We just got here a little while ago, so yeah.
Okay. What are you most excited to hear the president speak about today?
The border wall, everything, but I'd like to hear the border wall.
Yeah, I think that the president makes points on every aspect that we're concerned with: our jobs, immigration, building that border wall. We're New Mexico; we're impacted by it, and we see it in our neighborhoods, and we know people. I know people personally, and we're all for legal migration, not crawling through fences and bringing drugs in and smuggling, trafficking. Just come in legally. That's all. Yes. We welcome everybody. I'm Latina. I welcome the Latinas, Cubans, wherever they're coming from. So we just want it done legally.
Definitely. It's really important that everyone knows that as Trump supporters, we're not against immigration. We're just against illegal immigration. And we welcome everyone into this country as long as they can come in legally. So it's really important. And oh, of course. Thank you. I love this shirt. So tell me a little bit about this shirt.
I bought it off the side of the road in Rio Rancho on our way up here, and I am definitely a Trump girl.
Yeah.
Yes.
Me too.
Yes.
So have you seen any backlash, you being a woman and a Trump supporter?
I really try to not speak too much about politics with anybody because it is so divided right now, so I try to keep my concerns to myself.
Yeah, that's probably smart. Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you so much for being out here, and have fun in the rally when President Trump comes to speak. Yeah, thank you. So that was awesome. There's a lot of fun, different shirts like that out there. That one said Trump girl with a heel and an American flag on it. A lot of fun, unique shirts and flags and Trump gear that people have. And this line is snaking all the way around, so it is quite long. Hi! Would you guys want to be interviewed? Awesome! So we're with Right Side Broadcasting Network. What's your name and where are you from?
Okay, I'm Lily Rogers, and I'm originally from Deming, New Mexico, but I'm from Arizona. But we're in town, so we are coming to the Trump rally. We can't wait to see this.
Awesome. What about you?
I'm Jody Price, and I'm a Trumper from the get-go.
Love it. Is this your guys' first Trump rally, or have you been to multiple?
I've been to a Pence rally and the other election, and this is my first Trump rally, but we've watched them all on television.
Okay, great. What about you?
It's my first Trump rally, but
Yeah.
I've always tried to see him on television, but the news, I try not to watch the news anymore.
Yeah, so that's what we do. We actually live stream all of President Trump's rallies. So we want to make sure you guys get the real experience, no fake news. We'll show you the real lines and make sure. Yeah, we got such a diverse group here, and you're not going to hear that on the mainstream media. So it's really important for us to come out here and be able to show the truth and show you guys all of what President Trump speaks about. So is there anything in particular that you're excited or want to hear from him today?
I always wanted to see him in person and see the enthusiasm of the crowd and feel it, just feel it in the room. So we're excited.
For sure.
His honesty. I love his honesty. I mean, it's out there. He doesn't play games. He doesn't, he calls a spade, as you said. And I like the fact, just look at the numbers. All anybody has to do is do a little research, look at the numbers, where we're at today. The improvements that have happened in our nation. Yeah.
For sure. President Trump definitely calls it as he sees it, and it's awesome. This is actually my first Trump rally too, so I'm really excited to get in there. And like you mentioned before, I've heard from so many people just about the energy that you feel during Trump rallies, and I can feel already being outside. You have, like I said, such a diverse group of people, and it's kind of cool seeing everyone come together for the support of the president and trying to help get him elected in 2020. So it's really a cool thing to see and come together as. Hi, what's your name?
Yeah, how are you?
Good, I'm great.
My husband Jim Ross here, and
Okay, nice to meet
we're
you.
excited to see a lot of young people. We've seen lots of young people here. And
Yeah, there are a lot of young people here.
Person in this line.
That's
we're
great.
excited to see older people here too.
Yeah, we got young people, old people, people of all different ethnicities, backgrounds. It's really awesome to see, so we love
A
it.
lot of people's businesses have grown in the last years, the years that Trump is in office. Their businesses are growing, they're getting customers, they're building buildings, the regulations are down, and they're able to get in business and get loans from the banks that are doing better. And we just see an upbeat of energy inside their hearts that we can progress, we can start a business, our children can see a good future, like the normal American dream can come true for people.
Absolutely. Since President Trump has been in office, he's created thousands of new jobs in New Mexico. So hopefully when 2020 comes around, we can flip New Mexico red. And but thank you so much for being here. Thank you for supporting. And have fun in the rally.
Thank you, Rachel. So I mentioned a little bit ago why New Mexico is an interesting location for President Trump. And there's at first you kind of question the reasoning behind it, but after you kind of look into some of the numbers and look into the direction of this state, it kind of makes a little bit of sense on why President Trump would feel like it's capable to flip this state red. As Rachel mentioned, this state has been blue in a presidential election since 2014, so a few presidents have come and go since it was red. But there's a couple things to make note of. There is an open Senate seat up for grabs here in the state of New Mexico. Senator Tom Udall has decided to retire and not rerun in 2020, which will lead to an open primary in Republicans and for the Democrats, which could energize some voters in the area and also give Republicans in the state something to feel that they can fight for and choose a better person to go after that Senate seat now that the Democrats have to put up somebody else, especially in a state that the Democratic Party in the state of New Mexico seems to be going left alongside the rest of some of the squad and along that spectrum in the radical leftist agenda. And if the Democrats do put somebody like that up for Senate in 2020, you could see Republicans try to take advantage of that in a state that isn't ready or isn't willing to go radical left. The current governor of New Mexico has been under a lot of hot water and has received lots of flack for her support of late-term abortion, for her support of large government programs, and she's seen her approval ratings spike and fall since she's taken office earlier in 2018. So President Trump feels that he could take advantage of that. The governor of New Mexico had an approval rating of around the upper 30%. This summer, it was up to 58% in August. But again, that's one poll over a short period of time, like the one that was taken, does not indicate the current sentiments, and her approval rating could be lower than that, especially you don't know who exactly they're asking, where they're asking. So the Senate race could be something that could indicate whether or not the voters are energized. The fact that the governor has been under hot water, she's not up for re-election, but it could take voters to try to turn things around in the state. You're also looking at a state that went for Hillary Clinton in 2016. And by a pretty large margin, a 48 to 40% margin in favor of Hillary Clinton. When you ask yourself, though, why 48 to 40, that seems like you've got a good chunk of votes missing. That'd be because Libertarian candidate Gary Johnson took home 9% of the vote here in New Mexico in 2016. Obviously, that if all 9% goes to President Trump in 2016, New Mexico turns red. And so without a strong or even organized third-party run in 2020, as the Libertarian Party doesn't seem to have any steam, President Trump very well could flip this state just based off of the old 2016 numbers. You can make the argument that there are enough people along that spectrum that could go Republican. Sorry, there's a lot going on here. I lost my train of thought. And then you also look at another aspect that could go in favor of President Trump. The Democrats are looking for socialized medicine and complete government control of healthcare. Well, the New Mexico economy has a large healthcare industry. With all those people having their jobs threatened day to day, and by the Democrat Party, especially on a debate stage on national TV, it could lead lots of Democrats in the state to flip red to hold on to their very important jobs. And I believe Rachel has an interview for you guys. That's why we're circling back. So I'm going to hand off the mic here for Rachel for an interview.
Hi. Okay, so can you tell me your name and where you're from?
My name's Chrysantha Medina. I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Okay, so not too far from here. Is this your first Trump rally that you've gone to?
Yes, it is.
Okay, very excited. Is there anything in particular that you want Trump to speak about today?
Build the wall.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited that he's here, and I'm excited to be here. Trump is, we're voting for him again, 2020.
Yeah, for sure. So what about Trump makes you like him? What makes you a Trump supporter?
Just for what he stands for, he stands for everything I stand for. I'm a believer, I'm a Christian believer, and I know that he stands for good stuff, He's not for abortion. I mean,
yeah, pro-life.
Yeah, he's pro-life, and he's a conservative. I'm a conservative. I'm just thankful that he's our president, and I'm trying to get as many people to vote for him again,
Absolutely. Well, that's awesome. We're going to try and get as many people in New Mexico to vote for him and try and flip the state red come 2020. So, yeah, well, thank you for speaking with us. Yeah, enjoy the rally. Have fun. So there are a lot of wonderful people out here today. A lot of really diverse group of people. A lot of young people, a lot of old people, a lot of people from all different backgrounds. So it's really great to see, and it's something that you're not really going to see on the mainstream media. So it's really awesome to be here today and actually see in person just who comes out to these, how many people come out to these, the energy that there is. It's really captivating, and it's really fun to be a part of. And I wanted to thank all of our viewers. You are the reason that we're able to do this, and thank you for all of the donations. So you can donate a couple different ways to us. If you go to our website at www.rsbnetwork.com/donate, that is one of the ways. If you want to become a monthly donor, you can go to www.patreon.com/RSBN. And we appreciate all donations. If you want to skip the internet and just send us a check, you can do that as well. Our address is 1550 Opelika Road, Suite 6, Box 344, Auburn, Alabama 36830. That is 1550 Opelika Road, Suite 6, Box 344, Auburn, Alabama 36830. And again, it is we are a viewer-funded company, so it is through the donations that we're able to do what we do, and so we really appreciate all of the donations that we get, and it's you guys that allow us to be able to come out here to these rallies and give you the live stream coverage of President Trump speaking. So here we are. So I am going to read a little statement that President Trump's campaign sent out. And they said, in 2020, our New Mexico Trump Victory leadership team will deliver the state of New Mexico for President Trump and Republicans up and down the ballot. And so they talked about how President Trump has added 34,600 jobs in New Mexico compared to the 1,900 jobs that President Obama lost during his presidency. So that's something that Trump has done a really incredible job about. Yes. Hi. Yeah, it's going great. Yeah. Do you want to be interviewed? Okay, awesome. Let me just come over here. We're going to do an interview over here. Hi, can you tell me your name and where you're from?
Doing?
Oh, we already did. Okay. Never mind. That's totally fine. So we're just walking down the line here. The line keeps getting longer and longer. The venue is set to hold approximately 7,500 people. And so it's expected to be a full venue. And then they have a Jumbotron out here in case people don't get in. They can view it on that. But these lines are getting long. And so another thing that President Trump has done is he's reduced the unemployment rate in New Mexico from 6.5 to 4.9%, reducing unemployment from the Obama administration high of 8.3%. So he has certainly done a great job of creating jobs in New Mexico, getting the unemployment rate down, and we hope that in 2020 he can continue to do that.
Thanks, Rachel. You're doing a great job today. We really appreciate everything you're doing. We're so thankful that you've jumped aboard the team. All right, so we're going to get ready to split up here and send half of our crew inside. Half our crew inside, and the other half will stay out here, continue to do some interviews, and bring you this pre-show coverage. The other half will go inside, get that camera hooked up, ready to go, and so that we can get the rest of the crew inside and carry the rest of the rally in the arena. Thank you guys so much. We're going to toss it back to HQ. We're going to talk to you guys for a second while we switch around here. Don't go anywhere.
All right, thanks everybody for joining us. We're back here live at the Right Side Studio. I'm Joe Seals along with Bailey Byers here in studio, Miles, Kleiber. We're all just hanging out here watching this incredible group of patriots gather ahead of tonight's President Trump rally in Rio Rancho, New Mexico. Thank you to all of you who are watching us on Diamond and Silk, YouTube, and Facebook and Periscope. We appreciate all of you joining us, and thank you to Diamond and Silk for allowing us to take over their platform for a short amount of time today. We love doing what we do here at Right Side Broadcasting, being able to give you the experience of actually being on the ground at a Trump rally. You see these things from beginning to end. No one else does it like us, and we are more than happy to do it thank you all so much for your support. We are currently working on getting our YouTube streaming back up, and I'll update everyone if that happens. We may even start another live stream on our YouTube channel. If that happens, you'll be the first to know. So thanks for hanging in there with us on this, according to the crew on the ground, rather fall-esque day there in New Mexico. Not as hot as we anticipated that it might be. Here in Alabama, it's still extremely hot outside, and we are just gearing up for rally season. We expect so many more of these over the next several months, possibly 150 to even 200. With a high-energy president like Trump, it is. I would not put it past him. So we're just waiting on our crew right now to come back here in New Mexico. And again, you'll get to see the entire rally here. You don't have to go anywhere. You'll get to see some more interviews out here in just a few moments. Then we're going to send it live inside, and we'll have all the speakers from the national anthem to the Pledge of Allegiance. Tell them to go. Tell them to go, y'all. Tell them to go. And all the way up through President Trump. So don't change the channel. Stay right here on RSBN, and we'll be back with you in a little bit.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Right Side Broadcasting Network. My name is WIllis, and we are so excited to be here broadcasting on behalf of President Trump and the message that he's delivering to the American people. We are live in Rio Rancho, New Mexico. If you're just now tuning in, we want to say welcome. We've got a lot to offer you today. Right now, what we've done so far is the hour and a half previous to this, we've just been walking the lines, interviewing as many people as we can, and basically trying to show you who this silent majority is, who these patriots are that are coming out to support President Trump. This line is insane. It's only 2:30, so we still have about 4.5 hours before President Trump is even scheduled to take the stage. It is a gorgeous day in New Mexico. It's about 70 degrees. The clouds are overhead. The sun comes and goes through the clouds, so it gets a little hot, but overall there's nothing to complain about. It's a beautiful day, and the New Mexicans are out here just rallying in support for their president. We're going to walk the line a little bit because right now I kind of just want to talk to you guys and show you just how big this line is. It's one thing to stand here in a spot and talk to people, but any news network can do that. We're totally live. Thank you for Diamond and Silk for letting us be on your platform today on YouTube, and we want to use this opportunity with such a large platform to show you guys these crowds. They're unbelievable. So Max, let's take it away. We'll start walking. I'd say this is about this is still the beginning of the line, or the middle of the line right now. What you don't see is the ADA line, which we mentioned earlier. The Americans with Disabilities line is huge here. Lots of excitement for President Trump. Latinas for Trump. How's it going? Would you mind talking on camera for a minute? Cool. Okay, your energy seemed great. And we love to hear it. So we're Right Side Broadcast Network, very friendly, and just want to get to know you a little bit. So what's your name and where are you from?
Joe Thompson, Rio Rancho, New Mexico.
Very cool. So you mentioned Latinos for Trump. Are you part of that organization, or are you just a Latino that's for Trump?
I'm just a Latina for Trump.
Okay, love it. Here for it. So what is it about President Trump that brought you out today?
I just love what he's doing for the country. I think that he is inclusive. I think that he's pro-American, which is what we need. I think that he's about everybody, and I love what he's doing for the country, for the First Amendment rights for everybody, Second Amendment right, love. I'm trying to think of anything else. He's just amazing, and he's just all about women and empowering women to do whatever it is they want to do. And
pause. Let's talk a little bit more about that, because a lot of people would argue with you saying that he doesn't like women. Of course, there's the quotes that he's been quoted saying about certain things. So what makes you want to stand up here and say the fact that he's for women?
I think it's for women. I think that if you can show me one man that hasn't had a little naughty talk, then I'd give you, $1,000. I think people say what they say in private when they don't know they're being recorded, and I'm not offended that easily. I don't think that that one comment sums up how he feels about women for the rest of his life, because he made one, crazy comment. So no, that doesn't bother me at all.
One thing I've noticed from this group here in New Mexico today is that it seems pretty diverse for what the mainstream media wants you to think about President Trump supporters, and New Mexico in particular being such a blue state in 2016. Yeah. This is not what I was expecting for New Mexico, but it seems like a pretty diverse crowd. Would you say that there's there's more Latinas for Trump than
people
outliers
think.
would think?
Absolutely. I think mainstream media, CNN, MSNBC, all those guys, I think they portray Latinos to be and Latino women specifically to be pro-liberal, and I don't think that's true. I think women want to be treated equally like everybody else. I don't think President Trump demeans that. I think that when you come here, you'll see it. There's a lot of brown folks, man. And I think I'm Puerto Rican, originally from New England, but there's a lot of Latinos that have fought hard to become legal citizens of this country, being 4 hours away from what is. And I think that people are proud to be Americans, that they went through the legal route. And I think all of us Latinos want people to come in legally.
Something you said that stuck out is that you're Puerto Rican. It's one of my favorite places in the world. But something that was very controversial, of course, was Trump's aid to Puerto Rico when the hurricane hit. How did you feel about that? Do you think that he did what he should have done? Because majority of people would say that he didn't provide the necessary aid.
I disagree with that. I think that he did what he could. He did what any president has done. I think we have to really think about, the government there and how anti-Trump, and, you can't, bite the hand that feeds you. I mean, I think that Puerto Ricans pulled together as a community, and to be honest with you, do they really need Trump? You know what I mean? Yeah. And I think, there's a bigger picture. There was a huge hurricane that almost wiped out the island. And, we can't focus on the fact that President Trump didn't fly out there and didn't, go to their every whim. I think there has to be a level of respect from the government. If you want something, you need to, I think, be respectful and talk to the president and say, hey, we need your help and we appreciate you. We may not agree with your policy, but I think, that's not the platform to have been taking a political stand when people are dying and people don't have food and water and electricity.
Very well said. It's one thing to think it, but to be able to talk to a Puerto Rican, it's your home island, and to hear what you think. So thank you so much for your time today. We really appreciate it. Your energy is great. President Trump's going to love it.
Yay! Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. We're going to keep walking, and let's see just how long this line is. It's getting a little bit crowded. We're going to snake on through here, so Max has a little bit more room. But lots of great interviews. So that was just Latinas for Trump. Nothing I love more than interviewing women who are just passionate about getting out and supporting their president.
While ensuring an orderly rally.
We are Right Side Broadcasting Network. Don't forget, we're very excited to be here today. President Trump is scheduled to speak at 7 p.m. and that is Mountain Time. So stay tuned. We are about 4 hours away from President Trump speaking. Max is going to walk the line. I just want to let you guys know what's going on for New Mexico. Donald J. Trump for president. The Republican National Committee announced today the members of the New Mexico Trump Victory Leadership Team. As President Trump and Republicans up and down the ballot work together to turn Mexico red in 2020. The Trump campaign team includes 2 Trump campaign honorary chairs. The RNC's New Mexico team includes a regional political director and a state director. In 2020, our New Mexico Trump Victory Leadership Team will deliver the state of New Mexico for President Trump and Republicans up and down the ballot, said Brad Parscale, campaign manager of Donald J. Trump for president, and Ronna McDaniel, chairwoman of the RNC. In a joint statement, President Trump has succeeded overwhelmingly for the men and women of New Mexico, reversing the disastrous Obama economy and reducing the unemployment rate by more than 1.5 points. Lots of excitement out here today. President Trump's successes will propel him to victory as our impressive leadership team wins the state for the president, all Republicans on the ticket. A little background is that the results in New Mexico make it clear that President Trump has delivered on his promises. President Trump has added 34,600 jobs in New Mexico, compared to the 1,900 jobs lost under President Obama. President Trump has reduced the unemployment rate in New Mexico from 6.5% to 4.9%, reducing unemployment from the Obama administration high of 8.3%. While President Obama lost 5,800 manufacturing jobs in New Mexico, President Trump has added 900 manufacturing jobs. Additionally, President Trump has provided 1,391 tax dollars and tax cuts to the average household in New Mexico and lifted 15,734 New Mexico residents off food stamps. As President Trump continues to lower prescription drug costs and healthcare premiums, the Democrats' healthcare plans would eliminate healthcare for 837,200 New Mexican residents. In addition to the soaring Trump economy, the Trump Victory New Mexico team will share the president's clear record of accomplishments, including increasing paychecks by thousands of dollars through tax cuts and wage growth, creating more than 6 million jobs nationally, expanding healthcare choice, providing millions of Americans with access to more affordable, short-term, limited-duration plans, controlling healthcare costs, as the average exchange premium will go down this year after skyrocketing in cost year after year because of Obamacare, reducing prescription drug costs, with prices dropping for the first time in half a century, resulting in consumers saving $26 billion, putting America first in our trade deals and protecting American jobs while also opening new markets and expanding existing ones, protecting our border and enforcing immigration laws, in contrast to Democrats who call for open borders. So that's just a little bit about New Mexico in particular and what Trump and the RNC has named for their victory team for New Mexico. Believe it or not, I'd say we're still about the middle of the line. Max is doing a great job trying to show it. We also have a line video that we'll be showing earlier today. Make sure that you're able to donate to Right Side Broadcasting Network. You can do so by going to www.rsbnetwork.com/donate. We take credit cards and debit cards. Hey, would y'all like to be interviewed? Cool. All right. We're friendly. You're both doing it.
Yeah, okay, we're both doing it.
My name's WIllis. We're the Right Side Broadcast Network. We live stream all of President Trump's rallies. Super friendly. We're not going to edit anything. We're live on Diamond and Silk's YouTube right now. So we can say hey to them. Good friends of President Trump. So if you don't mind just saying a little bit about yourself. What's your name and where are you from?
My name's Josh Contrusi from Rio Rancho, New Mexico.
Oh, right here.
Right here.
Yeah, my name's Michael Contrusi from Rio Rancho, New Mexico.
Okay, awesome. Y'all are actually the first two that I've met that are right here from Rio Rancho. So how does it feel to have the sitting president of the United States come into your hometown?
Crazy.
Honestly, really cool because a lot of people that I meet from outside New Mexico, they say, where the heck is Rio Rancho? So it's like, sort of like, the president recognizing it's like really cool.
Awesome. That's what I would expect to hear. I'd love for him to come to my hometown. Y'all are the lucky ones. Maybe one day POTUS. But so what brought y'all out here today? Actually, do you just mind me if I ask how old y'all are?
I'm 18.
Okay, very cool.
I'm 17.
So neither of y'all have voted yet in a presidential election.
Nope.
How do you think y'all are going to vote for 2020?
Trump all the way.
Yeah, Donald Trump.
Okay, so what is it about President Trump? You're not even able to vote in a presidential election just yet, but you guys are out here. You're about 5 hours early before President Trump is even going to take the stage. What has inspired y'all to do this?
Common sense, honestly. You vote for anyone else, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
I mean, Democratic, I don't, no Democratic, but Republican. And honestly, he was, a few years back when he was doing it, he was the best choice. He's done a lot since he actually became president.
What about common sense to you is conservative? Because believe it or not, about 50% of America, they don't agree with that. So let's inform them a little bit. What do you think is common sense?
Common sense is whatever makes sense to one person, but what you need to, with common sense, it's what is logic, right? Abortion is obviously not logic because you're killing a human being and that's not considered murder. So that's not common sense. And if you vote for anyone else other than the Republicans, that's exactly what you're doing.
What's common sense to you? What is it that's so logical to absolutely confidently say you're going to vote for President Trump in 2020?
Well, because other things like Democrats and stuff, if you're thinking about it, they stand for abortion, they want to take away your guns, which a lot of people aren't going to agree with. And if you really think about it, Donald Trump was the best choice, and I believe that I will be probably the next best choice again.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much, and have fun voting in 2020. Have a good one. All right, we're going to keep on moving. We'll stop and grab some more interviews as we go. Very cool. Would you like to be interviewed real quick? Sure. Awesome. Okay, so what's your name and where are you from?
Anna Allensworth, Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Very cool. Just to be fair, I'm Liz. I'm with Right Side Broadcasting Network. I should have introduced myself. So Albuquerque is not far at all. How does it feel to have President Trump close to your hometown?
So excited, so honored and proud that he is coming to Albuquerque. I want everybody to know, as a Latina, estamos aquí para ti, Trump.
Hey! We love it. We love it. Okay, for the non-Latinas, what did you just say?
We are here for you, President Trump.
Okay, we love it. And we have had such an incredible show out today. We've interviewed a very diverse group of people, which a lot of people would say that doesn't exist when it comes to President Trump supporters. So would you say that's fairly common for New Mexican supporters of President Trump, that there are a fair amount of Latinas out here voting for him?
Everyone I know is a Latina, and we are all for President Trump. I think there's this misnomer that Latinos are not for Trump, and
especially
Latino women, and I am trying to find myself a deplorable t-shirt in pink because I am proud to be a deplorable for Trump. There's one that says cute deplorables for Trump.
I love it.
Yes. No, I mean, as a woman, of course I want Trump to be our president again so he can finish what he started. Female unemployment is higher. He respects women. He has hired so many women. Ivanka is in the White House talking. They are fighting for us as a country. I am from Havana, Cuba. I am an immigrant, and this man is saving our country, and people need to realize it.
So you've lived, or at least your family has lived, under actual dictators in a socialist country. How does it make you feel knowing that people are trying to bring socialism to the United States?
I am mortified because most people think, as we Cubans did, there is no way that's going to happen here. To hear Bernie Sanders say his is a democratic socialism, socialism, sir, is socialism. And when Bernie goes to Russia for his honeymoon and is backing Venezuela and he backed Cuba, no, it's socialism, which is communism. There is no such thing as a democratic socialist. It doesn't exist.
Agreed. How does it make you feel, President Trump, under the Obama administration, they originally kind of tried to alleviate some of the travel bans on Cuba. President Trump took office. They were still a little bit more laxed, and then more recently, they got stricter again. So it is a little bit more difficult for travelers to go to Cuba. Have you had any... Has that impacted you visiting any family or any of your family members trying to get back to Cuba?
No, because as one of the original first leaving Cuba, escaping Castro, we know that money that the tourists are getting is not going to the people. It's going straight to the government and fattening their pocketbooks. As soon as Cuba comes off one of the United Nations worst countries for rights of its people, as soon as it comes off that list, I'll go to Cuba. But until then, I don't recommend people going to Cuba. All you're doing is promoting and giving money to an administration that kills its own people.
Yeah, no, I just went recently and it was very eye-opening. I've never been anywhere like it where you can personally feel the propaganda being spewed at you. You see something and you're told something else. They were telling us how great it was while they were living in absolute poverty, and it was very eye-opening.
For people like us, what folks in the United States don't understand is you had people from all walks of life, from very wealthy to very poor people, leave everything. I would like to know how many middle-class Americans have the thought crossing their mind of just pick up and go to another country. Leave your house, leave your bank account, leave your brand new cars, and you leave. And that is the fear. That is when Cubans knew and were aware Castro was not going to be a fad, and it was socialism, because at first he wasn't a socialist. He wasn't a communist. He was a democratic socialist. He wasn't for communism. Once he was elected and he took power, that's when he wasn't elected. Once he took power and kicked out Batista and overtook the country, the government, that's when he came out and saying, I'm a communist. Did it here in New York. That's how they work. They lie, they promise everything, everything's gonna be free, everybody has a right to everything, and that's not the reality, as you saw when you went there. And when people go as tourists also, there's certain places you're allowed to go. You can't just take off like you do as a tourist.
You go somewhere else.
Oh my, what? How can that be? It's beautiful in these democratic socialist countries. No, you're only allowed to see what they want you to see. They won't let you see behind the curtain.
Right, I'm keeping my records and my receipts for the next 10 years in case they come after me, because I can personally be arrested by the government for going if I ate at certain establishments in Cuba. It was tricky. It was kind of scary.
It is very scary. Yes, it is. I have had some relatives have gone to Cuba and they come back crying.
Incredible.
It's not the country it was.
It's still beautiful though, so I'm hopeful that one day it'll get back to its original glory. But thank you so much for taking the time. You are a very intelligent woman, and we're just really excited to have you out here today.
And Trump all the way.
Trump all the way. All right. It looks like I have a young Trumper stand right there. Let me get to your mama real quick. Hold on. Do I have permission to talk to her on camera? Okay. But the little ones, we like to just talk to their parents first. All right. So what's your name and where are you from?
My name is Giovanna and I'm from here.
Giovanna, that's actually one of my favorite names. I got to talk to another Giovanna earlier today, and she was from Italy. Have you ever heard of Italy?
Yeah.
Very cool. So you're from right here, you said, in New Mexico?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen a president before?
No.
How old are you?
8.
8 years old. Very cool. So do you like President Trump?
A little, yeah.
Have you been able to see him on TV or learn about him in school?
Last year I did, but sometimes I get to see him on TV.
Very cool. And what brought you out here today? It looks like you're having fun, right? What brought you out here today?
Well, I'm off school today, and so we knew today was a Trump rally, so we just wanted to come.
Very cool, and you brought up a great point. That's actually something I wanted to talk to our viewers about. They actually canceled school here in Rio Rancho. Are a lot of your classmates going to come out to the rally today that you know of?
No.
No? Why not?
Because some of them don't like Trump.
Oh, why don't they like Trump?
I don't know.
Okay.
But I think he's fine.
Okay, very cool. Well, are you excited to be here instead of being in school today?
Yeah.
Very cool. And what are you most looking forward to? What do you think is going to be the most fun out of everything today?
Seeing him.
Very awesome. Very cool. Thank you so much, Giovanna. Do you have anything else you'd like to say? Any friends you want to give a shout out to?
Hi.
Hi. Great. Thank you so much. All right. Great job, Giovanna. Thank you. One second. We are, if you want to Google YouTube and search Diamond and Silk. Yeah, they're SILK. They're great friends of President Trump. But it's their YouTube channel that we're live streaming on today. So you'll see her little interview right now. So go ahead. Yeah.
Diamond Silk.
Diamond and Silk. Yeah. They're two great ladies who work with the president. Yeah.
Why did they cut you guys off? Because I saw you guys last night.
Oh, we're trying not to harp on it too much today.
Then they'll cut you off the next time.
But I'll get back to you inside. Come to me inside.
Okay. What station are you?
Hi, we're Right Side Broadcasting Network, RSBN. But today we're working on behalf of Diamond and Silk. So if you're familiar with them,
love them.
Yeah, you can say hi to them. Hi, Diamond and Silk.
Diamond and Silk, come to Rio Rancho, New Mexico. We'll lay the carpet out for you. Love you both. And by the way, get on One America News Network.
All right, you heard it here first, ladies. The red carpet will be out for you. All right. You heard it here first.
USA! USA!
All right, we found some beautiful women for Trump with some dragon energy. Ladies, I'm going to get all of y'all. What's your name and where are you from?
Marcela Torres from Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Very nice.
Janet Hebe from Farmington, New Mexico.
Greta Roberts from Farmington, New Mexico.
Ann Rutledge from Bernalillo, New Mexico.
You're a man, but...
Bernalillo also.
Very cool. So were all of y'all friends, or did you meet in line?
We met here.
I feel like y'all are going to be soul sisters for like the rest of eternity. Y'all's energy is just incredible. So for each of you, I'm going to go down the line. What is it about President Trump that made you want to come stand in line? You're like almost 5 hours early, if not more. So just to summarize it, this is crazy, y'all's energy and everyone's energy out here. But what in particular for you makes you want to come out and support him like this?
Well, I want to support Trump because he's saving humanity. He's saving the world. And there's so much that people don't know and don't understand. But he's going to keep America great! Woo!
And you?
Hi, I am from Farmington, New Mexico, and my spouse is with the Farmington Police there.
Hey.
And so I support President Trump because he supports law enforcement.
Is the Farmington Police Department going to be helping? I did hear that some law enforcement from all over New Mexico is being brought in. Is that one far enough out that they're not, or are they helping out today?
Are you kidding? Of course we're helping. There's probably about 5 officers here and the deputy chief.
Okay, love it. Love to hear it. Well, thank you, and thank him for his service. We really appreciate it. You never know what crazies are out here. Okay, and you, ready? No? All right, that's fine. You? What is it about President Trump?
Everything. Everything he stands for, we support 100%. He's just a breath of fresh air for our country.
Okay. And husband, I have to assume?
Son-in-law. Trump keeps it real, for one, and for two, he's draining the swamp. He's going to take care of all these Democratic cesspool cities that exist in our country, and he's going to clean up. He's going to clean it up. Okay. That's exactly why.
I love it. Final question for all of y'all. Honest opinion, not just what you're hoping for, but do you think it's possible that New Mexico will go red in 2020 for President Trump?
I do believe New Mexico will go red for 2020, yes.
I'm originally from Pennsylvania, and my husband is from Wisconsin, and they went that color, so why can't we?
Yeah, they did. We've been there a lot for President Trump.
Let's go red, New Mexico.
Woo!
It's going to be turned.
All right. You heard it here first. Going red for 2020. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. All these great patriots out here keeping America great. We're going to keep going. I think it'll be fun. Cameraman, don't you, if we actually try and walk this line and get to the end. You going to kill me? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. All right, see how much this line has grown a little bit. It's one of our favorite things. We'll just keep walking and talking. Anyone that wants to grab an interview can. Hi, how are y'all? Would anyone be interested in doing an interview? All right, I'll get to y'all too. We love it. As many people as possible. We are Right Side Broadcasting Network tonight. We are with Diamond and Silk on their YouTube channel. So thank you so much, ladies, for having us. And we just want to get to know everyone out here in line and show these huge crowds, because this is something that mainstream media isn't doing. So if you don't mind, what's your name and where are you from?
I'm Judy Caruso, and I'm from Albuquerque. Right
Cool.
here. Right
awesome.
here.
Yeah, literally right here. How does it feel to have the sitting president of the United States coming to right here?
I think it's really good to show the support in Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, well, all New Mexico. There's a lot of support for our president, regardless of the negativity out there from, of course, the left side. He is doing well for our country. I actually used to be Democrat, and I'm a Republican because of President Trump.
Because of Trump.
Actually, I supported Romney as well. And but just this president has just done.
So what was it between Romney and Trump that made you switch from Democratic to Republican? I mean, that's a pretty big leap, especially nowadays. It's almost like two extremes in a sense.
Well, with Trump, it was. I saw him coming down the escalator with his wife, and I said, "Wow, this is going to be our next president." I believe it was a divine intervention, I would say, that God actually told me that's going to be your president.
You're not alone.
Vote for him. And I remember I told many people on that same day, and I've got ridiculed a lot, but I supported him, and it just proves that, like, the economy's doing well. For the first time in our business, it's a small business. We have 401k. I believe it's because of this president that we can afford to now have 401k for our employees. And it's a small 10 employee business. And go Trump.
Love to hear that. One last question, I'll let you go. But something that I'm interested in it is that this state was very blue in 2016. Do you think, and then when President Trump announced that he was coming to Rio Rancho, New Mexico in particular, we go to a lot of states for rallies, but I have not been to New Mexico for one. Do you think that President Trump is wasting his time, or do you think it's possible that New Mexico will go red in 2020?
I do not think it's a waste of his time. I believe that a lot of people are waking up in this state. Because they've seen the left side or the Democrat side do nothing for the people. And now there's low unemployment. in New Mexico itself. You see hiring signs everywhere.
36,000 jobs.
Exactly.
New Mexico alone.
So I don't think he's wasting his time at all. I believe that many in my family were still Democrat are going to vote for Trump, for President Trump. So they're supporting him.
Great. Thank you so much for your time. I'm going to let you grab your spot again, but great interview. Thank you. All right, we're going to keep walking. So much positivity when it comes to the outlook of President Trump. And I can tell you what, although we do go to a lot of states, New Mexico is not one we frequent often for rallies. It's definitely a state I will be watching in 2020 because after looking at the diversity and the large numbers of these lines and these crowds that came out to Rio Rancho today, I don't see how this state couldn't support President Trump. It looks extremely red today. I mean, after all, it's a sea of red hats. So we're going to keep walking it. This line is insane. It's definitely gotten a lot bigger.
You guys are some quiet Trump fans. You see him right here?
Some quiet Trump fans. Hey, everyone. Yeah, so she was just saying how these are some quiet Trump fans, but I'll tell you what, it is a long day. These people have been standing outside a long time. We'll interview a few of them. Anybody open to talking on camera? Friendly stuff? Cool. Chill. Real news over here. We're Right Side Broadcasting Network today. We're live streaming on Diamond and Silk's YouTube. So, hi, ladies.
Hey, ladies. Are you serious?
Of course we're serious. Big fan? All right, you got a big fan of this man. He wants to say hey to you.
Hey, how you doing? Love your show. Watch it all the time. See you tonight.
Go to their YouTube right now and you'll see yourself. All right, so what's your name and where are you from?
My name is Julian. I'm from Rio Rancho, New Mexico, so just pretty much right up the street.
I have to ask everyone this question who's from Rio Rancho. How does it feel to have the sitting president of the United States coming to your hometown?
I actually think it's pretty cool, to be honest, and that's why I'm here. Like, I think it's just a big honor. Like, it's something like you grew up in school, you know, like as president of the United States, like one of the most famous people ever, and like he's here. Like, I get to see him, not meet him, but see him. It's impressive.
Would you, you're wearing a Trump bracelet. I'm going to assume you're a Trump fan, but regardless, would you come for any president just because out of the fact that a sitting president's pretty cool?
Just because it is a president, yeah, I would come for him, but I do happen to support Trump, so that's a major reason why I'm here.
Double win for you. So what is it about President Trump that makes you support him?
It's definitely the economy growth. You know, we have lower income, lower taxes, more income, we're making more money. We're definitely doing better with our economy. You know, our trades are getting better. We have tariffs on, you know, out of country trades and stuff like that, so it's going great. Unemployment rate is at the lowest right now.
36,000 jobs reportedly have been added to New Mexico since President Trump's administration.
It's doing mighty fine. He's doing a great job at what he decides to do. Right.
Do you mind if I ask how old you are?
I'm 20. I'm 20 now. I just turned 20.
Did you know that the schools were closing down in Rio Rancho for this event?
I did, actually. I have two little brothers that are in, one's in middle school and one's in elementary school, and so they're just sitting at home right now.
They didn't want to come to this?
No, I wouldn't even bring them to it.
Well, why did they close down today? I mean, this is actually one of the first rallies we've been to, and we've been to every rally since before the 2016 election. Why is it roads, traffic?
I honestly think that's what it is, because Rio Rancho is kind of in developing town. It's not very, very rural, and so I feel like it's too much foot traffic for Rio Rancho to handle, on top of all those different school buses that are going to come out and all the traffic that we have in general. So
something I read is that this is going to be expected to be the largest event Rio Rancho has ever had, and I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, so we're used to large events, which makes this seem like, it just blows my mind that this is the largest event. Is that true? Is this the biggest event you've ever been to in your hometown?
This is quite an impressive event. I've seen, like, you can ask anyone. There's a lot of people. For Rio Rancho, this is something else. Like, it's truly something else.
And what normally goes on at the Star Center?
Oh, wow, there's a bunch of things. There's concerts, there's sports events. Yeah, I was like, there's concerts, sports events. There's tons of different events that go on.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you all right, everything. Thank you so much for your time. Honestly, great interview. Love to hear it from a 20-year-old's perspective. 1920.
They have all the public buildings over here, so that's why they wanted to shut it down.
Okay.
Yeah. So, this is where all their offices are. The city council, everyone meets right over here. The mayor. So this is where all the stuff happens. This is actually the center of Rio Rancho by area, believe it or not.
It's in the middle of a desert.
This is actually downtown, but it's going to develop. It really, seriously. So come on down to New Mexico. You'll love it.
What's your favorite thing about New Mexico? I'm really interested. No, it's
That mountain
so
right
beautiful.
there, the sandias right there are absolutely.
Cameraman, get those sandias.
Get those sandias, and when the sun goes down, I want you to catch that. It's called the sandias because it looks like a watermelon. It's a beautiful thing.
Where's the watermelon?
You got to wait for the sunset.
Oh, okay.
So that's you got to stand right there and wait for it to go down.
I love it. All right, thank you so much for your time. We'll be looking out for that watermelon later. Those are beautiful mountains, honestly. Kind of just want to like lay in the desert, connect with my soul. 3? Oh wow. Okay. We've got about 3 minutes left, and we want to show you guys. Let's see how fast we can walk. Don't forget to check out disneycoins.com. That's DIS. Trump 2020. Hey, you got us on there?
That's it.
Love it. Cameraman, get that. Any shout out you want to give to anyone?
Just my wifey.
You got the good one with you, so you're good to go. All your friends are here. We got that for sure. Hi, how are you? Good. Don't forget to go to disneycoins.com. Hey, everyone. Let's see if we can get a chant going. Sometimes it's great. Sometimes I've embarrassed myself. Do you think I should do it? USA! 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 Come on, y'all! USA! 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 Woo! Awesome! Thank you! We got great energy out here today. USA! USA! Thank you, Patriots! Great energy out here today awaiting President Trump's arrival here in Rio Rancho, New Mexico. We are just hours shy of the sitting President of the United States taking the stage tonight. We are going to be having incredible pre-speakers coming out. Air Force One will be departing out of Joint Base Andrews later, bringing President Trump.
Keeping it great.
Keeping America great. We have great things happening here today, so stay tuned. Make sure you know that this stream today is going to be simultaneous. You don't have to go anywhere at all. We are going to be switching over to our camera that is inside right now. You'll be able to see the feed as soon as people start. I'm out of breath from chanting USA, and it's such dry heat out here. Okay, I need a water. Love you guys so much. Check out disneycoins.com because they're great. And if you use code RALLY1 at checkout, you get a discount off your purchase. Don't forget also Cafefe Coffee. If you're a coffee drinker like us and you need to keep up with President Trump's Dragon Energy, check out our website, www.rsbnetwork.com. If you'd like to donate to us, just put a /donate or follow the donate link on our page. If you'd like to send a check, you can also do that by sending a check to 1550 Opelika Road, Suite 6, Box 344, Auburn, Alabama, 36830. Thank you to everyone who's partnered with us today. We know that our platforms are not as traditional as we do it, but as of right now, we just want to say thank you so much for Diamond and Silk and to everyone who's helped us out and who's powered through this challenge where Right Side Broadcasting Network is used to fighting uphill battles. We have been combating mainstream media and fighting for President Trump since before the 2016 presidential election, and this little bump in the road isn't going to stop us now. So we're going to work to keep making America great as we promised. Thank you for tuning in, and don't forget, don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
Our viewers. We are a viewer-funded company, so it's through your donations that it's made possible that we're able to be here today. So there's 4 ways to donate. Usually you could donate through our YouTube chat. Unfortunately, we are not on YouTube today, but we wanted to thank Diamond and Silk for letting us stream through their YouTube channel, so that's extremely helpful. We love them. But there's still 3 other ways to donate. You can go to www.rsbnetwork.com/donate. Or if you want to become a monthly donor, you can go to www.patreon.com/RSBN. And that's how you become a monthly donor. And if you want to skip that technology and just send us a check, that works really well too. You can send us a check to 1550 Opelika Road, Suite 6, Box 344, Auburn, Alabama, 36830. That was 1550 Opelika Road, Suite 6, Box 344, Auburn, Alabama, 36830. Again, we love any donations, big or small. It helps us make what we do possible. So we really appreciate it, and we appreciate the viewers. So this is actually my first Trump rally that I've ever gone to, and it has been so much fun. It's been such a treat to talk to everyone outside, and it just makes me so much more appreciative for what Right Side Broadcasting Network does, because we get to see all of the lines and talk to everyone, and we get to see something that you don't really get to see on the mainstream media. You know, you hear things about how there wasn't a good turnout and not a lot of people there, but there was so many people in line and so many people so excited to hear the president come and speak. And there was also such a diverse group of people too. It was really, really great to see. I talked to a lot of older people, a lot of younger people, some people in high school that aren't even able to vote yet, but they're still out here supporting the president, and a lot of people from different backgrounds, and it's so great to see. And you know, you hear a lot on the media, especially with the Democrat debates going on, how Trump is a racist and you don't have, you know, any supporters that are, you know, Hispanic, African American, but there are so many out here, and so many women Trump supporters as well, and it's so great to see. It has been such a treat talking to them, and so fun being here. So this arena is scheduled to fit about 7,500. And so it is going to be definitely full today. It's already filling in, and so more and more people are going to be coming in from outside, and it's really great to see. So it's been really fun. I'm going to pull up something that the Trump campaign released regarding New Mexico and why Trump chose to come here today. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that. So they talked about how the results in New Mexico make it clear that President Trump has delivered on his promises. President Trump has added 34,600 jobs in New Mexico compared to the 1,900 jobs that President Obama did. President Obama lost the 1,900 jobs, and President Trump has added 34,600. So big difference, you know, really, really incredible. And so President Trump has reduced the unemployment rate in New Mexico from 6.5 to 4.9%, reducing unemployment from the Obama administration high of 8.3%. So that's a huge deal. President Trump has done an incredible job of really bringing jobs back to New Mexico and creating a great economy for New Mexico. And while President Obama lost 5,800 manufacturing jobs in New Mexico, President Trump has added 900. And so, again, really, really great. 900 new manufacturing jobs has done great things for New Mexico. And additionally, President Trump has provided a $1,391 tax cut to the average household in New Mexico and lifted 15,734 New Mexico residents off of food stamps. Now that is pretty incredible. If you think about it, getting an extra $1,391 into your bank account would be awesome. I think the New Mexico people should be very grateful for all that Trump has done for them. That's incredible. And then 15,734 off of food stamps is absolutely amazing. And you can really see here how grateful, you know, the people of New Mexico are for this. So many people just talked about the great things that President Trump has done for their state, and he will continue to do. And so as President Trump continues to lower prescription drug costs and healthcare premiums, the Democrats' healthcare plans would eliminate healthcare for 837,200 New Mexico residents. So it's really important that we try and get New Mexico to flip red. This is historically leans Democrat. There has not been a Republican president until 2004 with George W. Bush was the last time a Republican was elected president in New Mexico. So Trump and his campaign is going to work really hard to try and flip New Mexico red come 2020. And you can see he's already done a really, really great job. One of the things that I found common when talking to people outside is that Trump has created a lot of new jobs, and they're really appreciative to the fact that Trump is a businessman and he knows what he's doing. He's not just a career politician that wants to build up his own career. He really wants to help the American people, and he's had so many businesses throughout his lifetime. He really knows how to do that well, and that's one of the reasons he's able to create so many jobs and bring the unemployment rate down by so much. And we really hope that he can continue this momentum in 2020. We hope that the people of New Mexico can recognize the great work that he's done. And hopefully he can keep doing really well. And one of the things that has been so fun being out here at my first rally is the energy here. As I've talked to friends who have gone to Trump rallies in the past, they always talk about this energy that's there. And I could really feel that while talking to people outside. People are just so excited to see a sitting president speak in person. And understandably so, this is my first rally, so I'm so excited to be here in person. I've never gotten to see President Trump in person before, so I think it's going to be really, really fun. And it's really cool. Like I mentioned before, it's a really diverse group of people, and it's awesome because even though people can be so different, but this coming here together for this rally to support the president is something that is bringing all these people together. And it's so fun. So they're kind of united in this way of supporting the president. And so it's really cool to see. It's really a fun scene. Really, really great. So, another one of the things that people talked about a lot outside was obviously with the Democrat debates coming up, there's a lot of talk about immigration. There's a lot of talk about how Trump's immigration policies are racist, and people are very angry to hear that because it's ridiculous to say that if you support Trump's immigration policies that you support racism, and that's what a lot of the Democrat candidates are saying. And so people are really angry about that because they support Trump's immigration policies and they absolutely don't support racism. It's completely ridiculous for people to say that, and so that's something that is a hot topic that people want the president to speak about tonight. So hopefully we'll hear some about that. And then just all of the jobs that he's created too has been really, really great. But again, I wanted to thank all of the viewers for tuning in and watching. It has been so much fun being here today, so much fun talking to people. Such an energetic scene, such a cool place to be. I mentioned donations, but again, you can donate at www.rsbnetwork.com/donate, or you can become a monthly donor at www.patreon.com/RSBN. And if you want to send us a check, you can send it to 1550 Opelika Road, Suite 6, Box 344, Auburn, Alabama 36830. Your donations mean the world to us. You are the reason that we're able to come here to these rallies and live stream these rallies to you. And being here in person, it just makes me realize even more how important it is that Right Side Broadcasting Network is here, because you get something that you're not going to see with the mainstream media. You know, you get to see all of the lines and all of the people that are here, and it's awesome. It's really a great scene to see, and a lot of people are really angry about the fake news out there. You know, as we were going along in line interviewing people, they are really upset about what is going on in the media these days, and understandably so. There's a lot of fake news out there. There's a lot of stories out there that just simply are not true. And so it's really important to us that we're able to bring you this coverage and be 100% honest about it and show you the lines, show you who's here, give you this unedited footage and, you know, live stream. So it's really great. And so we're going to do a quick span of the arena. Again, it holds about 7,500. So we're going to show you guys it as people are coming along. And then, you know, you can see there's people slowly trickling in, and more people are going to come in. The president is scheduled to come speak at 7. So in about 3.5 to 4 hours, the president is going to come on to speak. So we are going to show you that really quickly, and then we're going to take it back to the studio.
Hey, thanks, Rachel. We want to welcome our newest reporter, Rachel Carroll. She's doing a great job, and we're very proud of our staff and all the new folks that we have brought on here. You'll be seeing several new ones over the next several months leading up to 2020. Rachel's doing a great job out there on her first rally. She's kind of just finding, her rhythm and everything. So thanks, everybody, for being patient with us today. We're live in Rio Rancho, New Mexico for the Keep America Great rally. I don't think you guys understand how big this rally is going to be. The people are filing in. There's so many people outside. It's going to be a packed house once again for the president, and it speaks, in my opinion, it just, this is supposed to be a swing state. We have people, Trump is supposed to be doing, look at all the Latinas and Latinos here that are just right in front of the camera here. There's so many of these folks outside of all different races and backgrounds, and it's just a really beautiful thing to see them come out and support our president. So I think he has a lot more support than what you see reflected in the fake polls and things like that. So just, we will be back with you shortly. In just a few moments, we're going to have our crew come in, and Max Kleiber and Liz WIllis will be joining Rachel. So y'all hang in there. We'll play some music for you. Stick around.
Don't talk about Texas or Amarillo skies. Don't talk about Houston or them Austin City nights. Don't talk about Galveston or sweet, sweet Abilene. Don't talk about Texas. Hey, mister, can I bum a ride? Anywhere you're gone is fine, as long as it's out of town. I could even fill your tank as a way that I can say thanks. I'm feeling kinda down. We can talk about anything that you want to, except one thing, mister, I'm begging you. Don't talk about Texas or Amarillo skies. Don't talk about Houston or them Austin City nights. Don't talk about Galveston or sweet, sweet Abilene. Don't talk about Texas. That's where she said goodbye to me. She fell in love with me on that Corpus Christi beach. It felt so right. And I remember how her green eyes used to shine, and a taste on her sweet lips was like cherry wine. We can talk about any state that we've been through, except the one where I hitched this ride with you. Don't talk about Texas or Amarillo skies. Don't talk about Houston or them Austin City lights. Don't talk about Galveston or sweet, sweet Abilene. Don't talk about Texas. That's where she said goodbye to me. Someday I might just go back and find the best love this cowboy ever had. Yeah, don't talk about Texas